from working with him heavily to working with P. Diddy? Because he seems quite scary. Well, I always worked with... I'm not scary.
Baby, I mean, shit getting weird. Come on, baby.
Cassie has sued music mogul Sean Diddy Combs, accusing him of
filming Cassie in ritualistic blank apps.
Back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the Frosted Flakes. I'm gonna leave them with somebody to watch them. Not a babysitter. I like to call it a den mother.
The scared look in her eyes, the red light, the turning the angle of the camera.
And the men would give gifts to each other and have with each other.
Puff and Tupac was like a couple.
If you think that she was just hiring those male for herself, nah.
There was a party at Clive Davis's house, and that's where the story began.
Hello, everybody. How are you doing on this fine Friday? I am doing quite well. I wanted to show y'all that, especially in the live chat, because I am now 8 minutes late for my rescheduled time, and I had been also 15 minutes late, so I should have just pushed it back even longer because I'm still not done doing what I need to do, but that is what I was late for. We were working on that. I have that uploading, and so throughout this live stream today, I may have to go and check in on that because that video will be premiering tonight at the time of the live video here. So I did want to come on and I wanted to talk about some BAM updates, just like, some public updates that he's made recently. And I just wanted to do like another kind of long live stream. I have all kinds of things to talk about. I have some TikToks we might end up reacting to. I have other stories to talk about, other updates to give, but basically whenever I'm too tired to keep going, I'm going to stop. So we'll see what we actually end up getting to. But very importantly, like I said, I do have a video coming out tonight about P. Diddy. So at the time I recorded that video, I wasn't aware, and it hadn't been made public yet, that there were actually 2 more lawsuits filed. So in the video, we kind of go into the history, into the past and stuff like that, but we also don't, and we cover the Cassie lawsuit. It had been settled by that point, but the other 2 lawsuits hadn't been publicized publicly or whatever. So I did want to get into those lawsuits on today's live. So today for sure, we're going to be talking about some BAM stuff and those 2 lawsuits from the P. Diddy thing, just to kind of round out that story, because I do have it coming out tonight on BJ Investigates. If that makes sense. Shout out to the members. Hello, Emily, Hillary, Belle, Katie. Hello, Blind Justice, Bo, Nola, Angel. Anybody else I missed? Yeah, okay. So let's get into this BAM story. I want to show y'all his Instagram, his personal, not BAM Margera TM that Johnny Shilreff runs. No, the one he actually posts to. So let me pull it up. Okay. Here is his Instagram account, Captain Creme Brulee. And this video right here, I have downloaded it and I'm going to pull it up so that we can watch it in higher audio quality, but I wanted to show it to y'all here. This is where it is from. And I think it was posted 2 hours ago. So what we have here is Mark Wahlberg. I think he was actually in, let me check something. Was Mark Wahlberg in the New Kids on the Block? Let me check that real quick, because there's a big connection if so. Mark, he's from Boston. He's from Boston. I get my Northeast accents where I've lived mixed up sometimes. I got to go back to the right impersonation. Wicked awesome. Pack your cow. Pack your cow. Okay. Was he in New Kids on the Block? That's what I'm asking. He was. Okay. It says briefly. What do they mean by that? Briefly. It doesn't matter. Point is, he was in this boy band, New Kids on the Block, and they were one of the first like prototypes for the modern era boy band. And there's all these connections actually in the P. Diddy video tonight. Let me put this back up. Actually, even in the P. Diddy video tonight, this guy named Lou Pearlman comes up. Okay, if you're wanting like the short abbreviated version, like this, I'm going to be here for a long time. This is just a yapping. Okay, so we're going to be here for a while. I don't know. Sometimes y'all know when I'm live, I just feel kind of rushed. I don't know why. It's not like anybody like makes me, but actually some people do. I think they're like, you talk too much, get to the point. Like the point is I'm just talking too much. That's the point. I should call this I talk too much. It's a stream of consciousness. You know what I mean? So Lou Pearlman, y'all know Lou Pearlman, the boy band Con. If you're not familiar with this story, there is a YouTube video. It's like a YouTube original documentary or whatever called The Boy Band Con. And this boy band, hold on. Yeah, exactly. This guy, he was responsible for, I think, yeah, he was definitely responsible for, he was the founder and manager or whatever of NSYNC and the Backstreet Boys. Yeah, both of them at the same time. He founded both of them, and he allegedly, according to members of these bands, he mistreated them financially and otherwise. But he was literally like the boy band guy, Lou Pearlman, right? NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, O-Town, LFO, some other boy bands, but he was like the boy band guy, and he ended up going to prison, and then he died in prison. He was either convicted or maybe he pled guilty. I think he was found guilty. Maybe he pled guilty. I don't know. Of all kinds of financial crimes like wire fraud and conspiracy. I don't exactly remember. But this guy Lou Pearlman, he's like the boy band guy. He's got all these different allegations against him. He had been sued, I think, by both the Backstreet Boys and NSYNC. If not both, he definitely was sued by the Backstreet Boys. But there's all these like tentacles of connections between Lou Pearlman. He was friends with Jeffrey Epstein. He was friends with Charlie Crist, who was one of the sponsors of the FREE Act, which was that conservatorship legislation in Congress that was a flop because they called it the Free Britney Act, and then we all realized that actually wouldn't help Britney at all. I do have some videos out on that, but they're from like 2 years ago. That guy, Charlie Crist, one of the sponsors of that bill, or the propagators of that bill, he was friends with Lou Pearlman, and come to find out, Lou Pearlman ended up being accused of some like Me Too Times Up type of stuff as well. Well, Lou Pearlman, the legend goes, he got his start with the New Kids on the Block band because he was like chartering private jets. He was like a private jet guy, charter business guy or whatever. And something about maybe he was flying the New Kids on the Block or their management or something. I'm doing this all off the top of my head. Don't quote me. Like, look this up, fact check me and all that. But there was definitely like a connection between like a plane, a private jet being chartered, Lou Pearlman, and the New Kids on the Block taking this plane. And they were all kind of like talking about how much money they were making. And Lou Pearlman got the idea to start boy bands. So I kind of think of it as like eras that like don't overlap or interact. But in reality, the timeline is very fluid because what is time? You know what I mean? So Mark Wahlberg, this guy right here, who's congratulating Bam on his sobriety and inviting him to hang out. That's kind of like, you know, what we're going to be getting into this video. He was in the band New Kids on the Block that inspired the creator of Backstreet Boys, NSYNC. And of course, what do we know about NSYNC? Justin Timberlake, Mickey Mouse Club goes back to 1994 or whatever with Britney Spears. That's how long Justin Timberlake and Britney Spears have known each other. Britney Spears was the opening act for NSYNC or the Backstreet Boys, right? But it's all connected because Lou Pearlman was the Backstreet Boys manager and NSYNC's manager the whole time. Also, another guy they worked with, his name was Johnny Wright. Johnny Wright was Britney Spears's first like known manager, like well-known manager. She had some other ones like Mark Steverson or something, some other guys very early on, but Johnny Wright was like a big manager, and he managed Britney. He also managed and worked with all these other different people. NSYNC, Backstreet Boys. So it was like a crew. It was like a crew of people. Britney Spears was in there, and it was all connected through Lou Pearlman. Lou Pearlman got his inspiration from New Kids on the Block. And if I'm not mistaken, Johnny Wright might have actually worked with New Kids on the Block, but I don't know. That's like a vague outline of a memory. I might be mistaken on that. Anyway, okay. So very interesting how all the worlds all really do kind of like end up leading back to the same crew, no matter how hard I look and how much I look into it. Let's see. What are y'all saying? Was that just like what's that meme of that guy with like, is it from The Office? I'm not like a regular Office viewer. I've definitely seen a few episodes, but like, is Parks and Rec maybe? What is that from where the guy has like all the different connections and he's like, and now it's a meme? Mark's brother. No, no, I'm telling you. I just looked it up on Google. Let me show y'all. So, oh shoot, I lost the comment. Somebody said, y'all just saw it. I put it up. Oh, here you go. Ask Craigslist. You're mistaken. Mark's brother was in New Kids on the Block, but no, it said on the Google. Let me show you. Okay. Look, this is the article I'm referencing. Screen Rant. It was updated July 28th, 2023. Mark Wahlberg was briefly part of New Kids on the Block. Before he became Marky Mark, he was briefly part of New Kids on the Block. See? It says Mark Wahlberg right here. Google is wrong? I don't know. Okay, Wiki. Hold on. Let me just see what these people are trying to say. Maybe it'll explain it. So Marky Mark was like his own celebrity then, right? Is that what y'all are saying? I don't know anything about this. Oh, he didn't make it. Hold on. Well, okay. So we'll get to the bottom of this, but I just want to point out if his brother was in New Kids on the Block, it still is like a little bit further attenuated, but it still is very connected. I mean, it is the man's brother. So his brother was in a band that was managed by Lou Pearlman, which is all these connections. But yeah, no, I mean, it's different if he wasn't in it. But I do wonder if his brother was in New Kids on the Block, who were his managers? Would it have been the same people as New Kids on the Block? Like, would his parents have do y'all know? There's some New Kids fans here, it seems. Johnny Wright was the tour manager. Yes. Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. Stop. I wish it wasn't like everything gets copyrighted because I would listen to something. Ashkira. Sorry, I don't know how to say your names. Like, no, I was there. Mark did this Calvin Klein ads. So do y'all know if they were managed by, was Marky Mark also managed by these same people? Okay, let me see what they're saying in this article. Let's just see. He was briefly a member of the band that would later become New Kids on the Block. Okay, so he wasn't like officially New Kids on the Block. That already explains it somewhat. Mark's career almost took a different path as he was an early member of a boy band, but was he in New Kids on the Block officially? In the early 1990s, he was best known as a musician and Calvin Klein model Marky Mark, but his career took a sharp left turn once he focused on becoming an actor instead. Following roles in The Basketball Diaries and Fear, he landed the lead in Boogie Nights, which began his rise to movie stardom. He was in The Departed. Okay. He was in New Kids on the Block before they had the name. The answer to the question. Okay. All right. Well, okay. This article was a clickbait, which is not surprising. The answer to the question, was Mark Wahlberg in New Kids on the Block, is technically no, but the truth lies somewhere in between. He was in a band that would become New Kids on the Block, but they didn't take the name until after Wahlberg left the group. When he was included in the lineup, the band went by the name Nanook. I could see why they would change that name. It's not like really quite as like catchy. He joined with his older brother, Donnie Wahlberg, alongside members Danny Wood and Jordan Knight. Once the younger Wahlberg left the group, Joey McIntyre joined, and they took on their name and took on the name that would bring them fame. Okay, but if we're gonna do, if I may, just do a little live investigation moment here, real quick. My brain just sees, anybody else, you just see all the connections like in there, and it's like it all kind of like lines up. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. Don't try diagnosing me with nothing now. Okay. Was he in there? Okay. The band. Okay. This sounds so familiar. That's what I was going to say. Because this is similar to the Britney Spears origin story, which I will one day do a video on. Because I have, probably I would say 10 pages of research about the Britney Spears timeline from 1989 to 1999. It's just so much stuff was happening. It's got all these new kids on the block connections and stuff. It's really hard to put into one video, but this is just kind of what I'm thinking here as I'm going through it. What is reported and what I have read is that Britney Spears met Justin Timberlake and his mother, Lynn Harless, in the Mickey Mouse Club. I think it was in 1994-ish when she and Justin started their season of the Mickey Mouse Club, the first one or whatever. Justin would join NSYNC. Lou Pearlman held auditions, and Justin Timberlake was already a Mickey Mouse cateer when he auditioned, or I don't even know if he did audition. To be clear, I think it's possible. This is just speculation. This is just speculation. I've never heard anyone speculate except me, so it's just speculation and opinion. But it's possible that Lou Pearlman and Lynn Harless, who's Justin Timberlake's mother, teamed up with each other in order to start a band for Justin to be the front runner of, right? I think that's possible. I've never heard anybody say that. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe it's not. But whatever the case may be, Justin Timberlake was already a Mouseketeer, which was a famous show, the Mickey Mouse Club, at the time that he joined NSYNC. And the other guys in the band were not famous already or whatever. Well, Lou Pearlman is the one who started NSYNC. He's the one who started Backstreet Boys. So there was already a proof of concept with the Backstreet Boys when they started NSYNC. Backstreet Boys was already a big hit in a lot of ways, a big success. So Lou, he knew that somebody else was going to come along and start a competition, and he was like, why? All this is in that Boy Band Con documentary on YouTube. You can watch it for free. But he was like, someone's going to come and make a competition, so it might as well be me competing with myself so I can get the whole market or whatever, because I know how to do it. And I think he was doing some nefarious practices as well. JC was also a Mouseketeer. Thank you, Katie. Thank you, Katie. That is true. He was already a Mouseketeer. So it is possible everything I just said about Justin is also maybe true about JC. Maybe JC's mom was really the one running it or whatever. But I know that I know for sure. I remember hearing that Justin was already for sure. Maybe JC also was already for sure, because all these people kept working together since the 90s all the way through today, literally. The ones that are still around. So then what happened? So Lou Pearlman starts NSYNC. Justin's already a little bit famous or whatever and all that. But then we have Britney Spears also coming on the scene. Britney was already dating Justin. I don't know if it was a publicity stunt or they really were dating. I assume they really were dating because they go back a long time. They probably had a lot in common. They were both attractive. They both understood each other's lifestyles. They came from similar backgrounds. It would make sense that they would be naturally just dating and not it be a PR stunt. It also could be both. But she was already in these teen magazines as Justin Timberlake's girlfriend before she even really fully came on the scene as Britney Jean Spears, Britney Spears. So Justin and Britney have a similar origin story, but if you go all the way back and look, and this is all public, Justin, where was I going? Britney Spears was going to be in a girl band called Innocence, spelled Innosense instead of CE. She was going to be in this band. She was going to kind of be the Justin Timberlake of that band, right? She was going to be the leader of the girl band, dating the leader of the boy band. The co-managers of that band, Innocence, which did go on to exist, except Britney Spears just wasn't in it. The co-managers were going to be, and were, in fact, Lou Pearlman and Lynn Harless. That is Justin Timberlake's mother. Okay, see how this all... So the co-managers, the founders of the band Innocence, were Lou Pearlman and Justin Timberlake's mom. They were going to start this band Innocence, and Britney Spears was going to be in it. She was going to be the lead main singer. I speculate this is around about the time Larry Rudolph came into the picture, because Lou Pearlman had Larry Rudolph as his lawyer. Larry Rudolph was Lou Pearlman's lawyer. So I don't know if Lou Pearlman was poaching clients from Lou. I don't know if Larry Rudolph was stealing clients. I don't know if they were working together. Maybe they were just working together. And I don't have like that granular of a memory of like what was going on in these years. But Britney, this story that we're reading right here, and the reason I bring it up right now is this was kind of similar to a combination of stories of the Britney and the NSYNC, Justin Timberlake, and all that stories, right? Like Wahlberg was in the band that was going to be New Kids on the Block, but they broke him out of a band. He never was, right? They changed the name. It wasn't he never was. They broke him out to be his own. He was a star of his own, right? He could do it alone. And maybe something like that was going on here. I don't know. But this same thing happened. And it is the same universe, at least, because we have that transatlantic airlines connection between Lou Pearlman and the New Kids on the Block, and Johnny Wright and the New Kids on the Block. Maybe Johnny Wright was the tour manager, I think someone said. So this is the same world, and this is the same players. So it is interesting that it looks like it's also the same playbook. Like if you have a group of kids and one of them just going to be obviously like more profitable, easier to sell, easier to manipulate one kid, who knows? They break them off and be their own people. Okay, so anyway, that was quite an intro. Now I want to watch the Mark Wahlberg. Let's see. So this is what we're talking about. If you just got here, we're talking about Mark Wahlberg. I wasn't really like particularly familiar with his whole backstory. I knew there was some New Kids on the Block connection. Turns out it was his brother that was in New Kids on the Block, Donnie. But Mark was a performing artist of his own and all that. Oh, also Incubus, somebody said. Okay, Amy says, shout out Spirit Queen. Johnny Wright also manages Incubus. Thank you for that information. Okay. Audrey, I hate that feeling when you're like, oh my God, someone please. Can someone please super chat and say Mark's business manager was Steven Levinson? Okay, that name doesn't ring a bell. But thank you, because I have been asking this question. Yeah, it's like a template. And maybe it isn't the same people. It doesn't have to be. Okay, so let me what I'm gonna do is I downloaded that video. Let's read the caption. It says, thanks to Mark Wahlberg for the positive words. Who's counting anymore when you're happy? Hand I love you hand sign and 2 skateboards. Okay. So we're going to watch this, react, all that. I have seen it, but I want to. Oh, wow, JJ, this is insane. We're about to watch that video, but I want to pull up the one that I downloaded because the audio comes out better. Ugh. Oh my God. I hate when I do that. Sometimes I just need to slow down. But when I feel rushed, I go fast. And you know what my old boss, Rick Levin, used to say? I had this boss in Boston. Boston. I'm really losing my Boston impersonation ability because I don't get to use it that much.
Bam, what's up?
Oh my God. I knew Amber TSW was going to be in this chat about the Marky Mark. Amber TSW, for y'all that don't know, that's my mom. And she is a Gen X stereotype when it comes to the content that they were consuming. It's like she was finger on the pulse with the popular culture and the Gen Z. And I knew she would have been in here she was probably trying to text me. Mark was Donnie. She was probably trying to text me. But thank you for the super chat, Mom. You could donate to the legal fund, or just cash at me. But okay, thank you. She probably knew that I was going to read it. Hello, Amber. Okay, so let me pull up this video. All right, this was posted 2 hours ago.
Bam, what's up, brother? Thanks so much for the video, bro. So happy for you in your sobriety. Now, wow, 120 days. God bless you, bro. Hope you and your family are well. And I look forward to connecting with you soon.
I don't know anything about this man, as y'all just witnessed. But it seems like, just based on what he looks like, he minds his business and he takes very good care of himself, because I know other men that are around in this age range and they don't look like this. They don't have this much hair. I don't know. Maybe he got a filter. Y'all think he's using a filter?
I've always been such a big fan. And yeah, look forward to seeing you, brother. I'm in Vegas, so I don't know when you get out this way, let's get together. Marcus, thank you for getting us together, bro. Appreciate you. God bless.
He's cute. Okay, so what was he even saying? Just like, I'm proud of you. I think he's sober. I think he's like a I don't know what words to use. Y'all know I'm never trying to say the wrong stuff, but like, I think he like intentionally is, sober as well. I think. Let me look it up. We have the internet. But from what I remember, he's a sober, like, recovery, like, what's the word? In sobriety? I don't know what the words are, y'all. Sorry. You know what I'm talking about though. Is he? Oh, 4 days ago, Fox News said something about it. Should we read it? Let's see. Recovering. Recovery. That's not a filter. I don't know. I mean, the man he looks, like I said, I've seen other men that age and that's not what they usually look like. That's all I'm saying. Maybe he gets good, treatment. I think he minds his business and takes care of himself. That's my thoughts. Okay. So this is from 4 days ago, y'all. Mark Wahlberg is prioritizing recovery instead of intense workouts as he gets older. Municipal co-founder. What is that? Who's municipal co-founder? Is that him? What's municipal? Is he on a press run right now? Is he on a press run right now? What is municipal? As Mark Wahlberg gets older, he's choosing to prioritize his rest and recovery. Oh, that's not even that type of recovery. Was this clickbait? Hold on. I should have typed in sobriety. Oh my God, he ain't talking about that kind of recovery. See? Okay, hold on. Sobriety. Wait, people are like reporting on this. This is in the news? I didn't know this. He's going to find something. Wait, hold on. Y'all are saying. See, Amy says, wait, I could have sworn this man was like a recovery sobriety person. What would I type into Google? What should I search? Because I have Mark Wahlberg sobriety. Addiction? I don't know. What do I? Yes, at the age of 40. All right. So I don't know. This could be fake news. We've seen it, but we've seen some before. He has Wahlburgers. I've eaten there. I have had the Wahlburgers. And you know what? I got rich luck. Seriously. Wahlburgers was fine. Oh, he's a certified recovery coach. Oh, girl. See, I don't know. I don't want to judge. I mean, to each their own, but His first boy band was Menudo. Was it Menudo or was he inspired by it? I don't know. We could look that up. But this is what the Google says, and we just saw it. We just saw it lying. So I mean, I don't know what's true anymore. But it says, spurred by his love of his family, Wahlberg officially quit using tobacco, marijuana, and alcohol at the age of 40. He names his young daughter as inspiration for giving up this. He didn't want to expose her to unhealthy influences. Okay. Yes, Menudo. Okay, so y'all are saying yes, Menudo is the first band that did, and they took him to court. Or no, a ton of them did. Oh, like Menudo. It's like not a native English sound. It's like the between a D and a TH. It's not quite like th, but it's like not like d. It's like a interdental d. Yeah. What religion? What are you talking about? He is a private wellness counselor. Good. Awesome. Okay. Well, what else was I looking up over here? How many days was it? Let's see.
Bam, what's up, brother? Thanks so much for the video, bro. So happy for you in your sobriety. Now, wow, 120 days. God bless you, bro. Hope you and your family are well. And I look forward to connecting with you soon. Always been such a big fan. And yeah, look forward to seeing you, brother. I'm in Vegas, so I don't know when you get out this way.
What's up with this Vegas thing? Like, that's where Tony, how do you pronounce his last name? Shea? That's where he was and, based and all that. That's where Amanda Rab passed. I don't know. 121 days. Lou, Menudo, Sobriety. No, yeah, my lives are all over the place. And that's why I'm like, yeah, I mean, I guess it's possible he's coaching Bam, but to my knowledge, I haven't seen Bam in Vegas, but also to my knowledge, I haven't seen Bam in a while. And that actually brings me to another point. A lot of people ask me often, do I have Bam updates? And yeah, exactly. Yeah, I can't. I have trust issues at this point. I mean, I think I would say I'm like inherently suspicious at this point of just everything, to be honest. Like, just that's why I always just say I'm a conspiracy theorist, you know. What was I saying? I forgot my copper cup. I'll say that. And I'm missing it. Did y'all see Rabbit's live last night? It was like about a certain religion that I intentionally do not talk about and don't want to express any outward criticism of because reasons, but wow, that man's story. Were y'all in there for that? People say his prayer app thing is he has a prayer app. Go Birds. I've seen people say his prayer app thing is a bit sus. I haven't seen for myself. Is it a monetized app? Anybody know what the prayer app is about? Read y'all's comments. Or y'all's live chats or whatever. Oh, who did this? Oh my gosh. Amber had given another super chat. Hold on. Oh, Illyria, thank you for the super chat. Okay, so y'all were super chatting trying to tell me. I don't know. I need like a sound to go off or something when y'all are trying to tell me something or something. Girl, he is the one and only Marky Mark stage name. I didn't know. I guess I should have hit up Amber TSW. Do people need a prayer app? That is the question. So people have been asking, from time to time, what are the updates on Bam? Do I have any Bam updates and what's he doing and stuff? I mean, I think just generally the best way to keep up with what Bam is doing is to follow this Instagram, Captain Cream Brulee. Let me show y'all. But also, y'all, if y'all want to know like what's going on with Bam on a like day-to-day basis, let me show y'all this account. Danny Marie Official. This is Bam's stretch queen. Girlfriend, love of life. Let me see. Where are we here? Yeah, okay. So follow this account right here, Danny Marie Official with the 2 eyes, because often she will have on her stories what her and Bam are up to. And really, that's how I keep up. That's pretty much how I know. It'll be like, either they'll post here, the Captain Cream Brulee account. That's how I know. Me and Bam, we talk here and there from time to time, but we're not, in touch all the time every day, day to day. I mean, both of us have other stuff to do. It's not like, necessary to be talking all the dang time. But if you want to know what he's doing every day and all that, I would say go and follow Danny Marie Official, because they're always posting stuff at the where they are and things. Oh, look at this post. This is cute. When I won my court case the other day, he said, "Congratulations to BJ for winning the court case with Lima." That's what he made up this name. I didn't. That's not my name. That's him. And that's us doing an interview. I still have to edit and put this interview out. Send up some unicorns. Oh my word. Oh, I didn't know this story about Mark. Oh, that's not nice. Beating the people with the pole. Oh no. Well, I hope he's moved on from that. Oh, what did Carolina do? Oh, hold on. Thank you. Shout out, everybody. Shout out to Carolina. She gave, or maybe it's Carolina P, gifted 5 memberships. If you will go to somewhere around the description box and choose the gift box, pick the gift box. Okay, if y'all bear with me for a moment, I need to go and check my upload and see if I'm having any issues. Did it pass the checks? That's funny. I logged into BJ Investigates to check it, and it's like showing me this live. It's like my algorithm over there is trying to suggest this exact live. It's like very meta. Very meta. I feel like if I click it, the simulation would collapse or something. You know what I mean? Let me see. YouTube Studio. Reading those comments. I thought he just sold burgers. Oh, he was like that bad boy. Like, okay, I see what I see. It was like still kind of coming out of that rock and roll, like, what we have, like Aerosmith and whatever in the 70s, 80s, Mick Jagger, all that, like that rough Ozzy Osbourne, Howard Stern, it was coming out of all of that, and then kind of coming into the new kids on the block. So it's like the bad boy, but it's younger or whatever. I could see that being, I'm missing Don Phillip. Oh, I don't know nothing about the Don Phillip. Y'all have to, yeah, I'm missing this. Boston. Mark was not in New Kid. Yeah. We got it. All right. Well, Amber, try and get one of these gift ones. They go up sometimes. I need to take my meds. I can't keep up. There's really nothing to keep up with. I'm just kind of like blabbering. It's really not. I'm just trying to, tell y'all my opinions on things. Okay, good. So the video passed the check. So I can set up I can set up my live. Y'all want to see the thumbnail? Let me show y'all. Give me a second. Somebody play some elevator music or entertain yourselves or something. I got to do this real quick. Sometimes the lights are just brighter than usual. What time should I premiere this video? What is it, Friday? Thinking like 2, let's see, like 4 p.m.? I'm gonna do 4 p.m. Let's see, schedule. December already, y'all. Thank God. I'm ready for 2024. Starting anew, starting afresh. 4 p.m. Heard it here first. Sita's premiere, yes. Let me just make sure it's gonna play. You know, sometimes it's glitch. Oh, good. What they giving me? Biltmore Estate ads? Who's she? Skip. Okay.
He seems quite scary. Well, I've always worked with
Okay, yes. All right. Oh man, I've been traumatized before. Those that have been around for a while, you know. I'll set up a premiere and it like plays like 10 minutes of it. And it's like all of us, the second half of the video didn't even, I'm traumatized. All right, let me premiere this. Okay, so it's going to premiere at 4 p.m. Eastern. Friday, December 1st. And before that, we will get into the 2 new lawsuits, the Diddy lawsuits. We're going to be here for a while. We might even be here till 4. Who knows? Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. But I know some of y'all were saying you like the really long lives because you can go about your day, like leave, do what you're going to like, do your chores, do your errand, come back. I'm still on, answer a call. I'm still on. Like, I could see the appeal in that. It is kind of fun and it's different. It's like, it allows me to shake it up a little bit because when I do the pre-recorded videos, I end up taking just about the same amount of time up on it because of editing and stuff. And then I'm editing, so a lot of this quiet space and me fumbling around and stuff wouldn't be in those videos because I would edit it out. So that's what I thought, to do. Okay, let me add the thumbnail too. I don't know what y'all are saying. I hope nothing's on fire or anything because I haven't seen y'all's comments. I'm just setting up my premiere here. I just got to put the thumbnail in and then I'll be back. Hopefully y'all are playing like I Spy or something in the chat. Oh, Lord. Sometimes I feel like I have to do the silliest thing. Like I can't upload the picture in a certain file type. And the easiest way to get it in the other file type is to send it back and forth from one phone to another phone. Does anything like that ever happen to y'all? Oh, my credit card bill is due. Oh, no. Why they just blow my text messages up with stuff like that? Like, I mean, on the one hand, thanks for the reminder, but now that's what I'm thinking about. Okay. This is what happens when I try to do 2 things at once. I am a single pointed attention type of person. All right. Anybody ever watch the show Naked Attraction? Y'all talk about that. What happened with Mark? I missed it. He just left Bam a nice message, but it turns out he might be on some type of PR run, but I hope it was just like actually just a sweet, nice message. That would be better. Where's my dang? Oh, it's all the way over here. I have so many things open. My God. All right. Stressful. Oh, that's not an image. Great. I do think y'all are going to like this video, though. Playlists. Which playlist should I put it on? Hollywood and Celebrities and Lou Taylor. Yeah. That. And then I want to put a trailer. Got to add my little trailer in there that y'all already saw. I think I might be done. Now it's me doing chores and errands in the middle of the live instead of y'all. Gifted memberships are handed out randomly by YouTube, Rando from Iowa said. But I think you have to sign up to receive them, though. What do y'all think of 90 Day Fiancé? Amber TSW is an addict. Okay, so the video premiere is set up. It's called The Red Flags. Oh, hold on.
When you work with him, heavily to working with P. Diddy, because he seems quite scary.
The Red Flags of P. Diddy. Let me show y'all. This is what it looks like. Ding. I was in a reality TV show in the UK. It was a nightmare. I like 90 Day Fiancé, but I have not seen it in a while. I also, as like a little bit of like guilty pleasure, I do like to watch occasionally Darcy and Stacy, but I think Prem just had enough. Because at first he would kind of watch it with me, and now he's just kind of like, but he is a very good sport. He'll pretty much watch whatever with me if I really want to watch it. If I really want to watch it, he'll watch it. Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, it's definitely NPC land. Y'all are saying they fake it. Of course, you have to take it with a grain of salt that it's all kind of like fake. What are the other things? Oh yeah. So there was this other thing. I saw a bunch of people. Darcy and Stacey are too much for me. That's what Amber said to you. I do. I enjoy. Yes, I do. I enjoy it. But however, let me do a caveat. I definitely notice like a decreasing return in enjoyment as the seasons progress. And I have not seen, I don't think the most recent season. I don't think. Maybe I have. I'm definitely not caught all the way up for sure. I might have seen some of the most recent season, but I think I stopped watching too because it kind of just got a little bit like, like they're making kind of like some like it was kind of too obvious. It was too obvious. This is my little pressure point thing. You can get one from Amazon, but sometimes I just feel tension and I just have to do a pressure point massage or whatever. I like doing them up here. Anyway, sometimes when I'm running my brain all day, I just need some. Yes, this is what it is. This is what it is. It's like, it's not consequential. It's not life or death. Nothing like, because it is fake and inconsequential to the greater scheme of things. It kind of just lets you like just sort of zone out. And that's probably not the healthiest coping mechanism, but I do be doing it. Is Mustard the name of the bear? I don't know what you're talking about. Do the ah thing. I don't know what the ah thing is. So I did want to talk about and react to. Okay, so now we're done. So in conclusion, if you came here to watch Marky Mark, maybe I'll bring him up later again, but that was the end of that. I'm moving on to another topic here. I wanted to react to, or not react to, I wanted to make some commentary on this girl's TikTok because I've seen a lot of people giving her a lot of hate, and I have, yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, healthy, right? Cartoons, yes. I know someone who watches SpongeBob, and she's like, got 2 kids and she's a grown up, and to kind of like wind down, she watches SpongeBob. And I think like that is pretty harmless, and I'm not going to judge. All right, let me pull this video up that I want to react to, because y'all know I can't do 2 things at one time. I can't. That is my weakness. That is my weakness. One of them. I mean, I have, we all have weakness, is plural, including me. But doing 2 things at one time, whew, it's tough. And I keep doing this. I wish I didn't forget my copper cup. I might have to leave and go get that in a minute.
I know I'm probably just being so.
Okay. Do y'all already know who this is? Okay, well, you can judge. I mean, that's fine too. It's your privilege to judge. It is true. But I guess more what I meant, let me amend. Judge away. Just, let people do what they want. Sort of like sometimes I use words instead of the words I actually mean, and it makes it seem like I'm saying something not exactly what I'm saying. So I'm going to amend it. Judge away. But when I said judge, I was kind of thinking about like judge leading to conservatorship or jail territory where people are saying like, oh, because like someone's doing some weird-ish wind down activity, they can't be in control of their life and their money or whatever. But yeah, judge. I judge people. And I'm not sorry about it. I'm not judging them for the SpongeBob. Who is it? Oh, I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna pull it up right now. Let me see. Tik Tok. What's her name? Briley. Y'all have probably seen it because it made its rounds because a lot of people have reacted to it. So this is not just something I found. It's like a viral thing.
So dramatic and annoying.
I'm showing y'all. I'm pulling it up. All right. Oh, so okay. Is this girl's TikTok? It's got a lot of views or whatever. Almost 30,000 comments, 286,000 likes. And let me see if I can look at some of the comments. And this is there's a reason I'm bringing this up after the Mark Wahlberg thing because we're going to read some of her comments. And they're mean. People are being mean to her. And I didn't even want to give any like actual airtime to the mean comments on Bam's Instagram, but it is my strong suspicion that they are like purchased bots with some type of vendetta or whatever. Like they all say the same stuff. They all have no followers. A lot of them is like their first post ever. It's trolls, like troll farms. Maybe it's real people, whatever. But like people are very mean. And it's almost like the reason that people were being mean to him, they used to would say, is because he's a F up or whatever. Who gave this? Veritas, give me your devices. Let me log you out of them. Thank you so much. Y'all help me in thanking. Shout out Veritas Vincent for the super chat. So I know. Thank you so much. How do we sign up for a gifted membership? There's a gift. There's a gift box at the top. Somebody tell them how and I'll pin it. It's like a gift box somewhere around the description box, or maybe it's at the top of the chat. Tell it in the yes, look, thank you, Veritas. Thank you, Veritas. Exactly. Thank you. Okay. Anyway, so like I said, this is just a rambling. Don't feel bad if you're lost. Don't feel anxious if you're lost, because it's just me rambling, really. Working home like can be hard. Yeah. Right. So, okay. Why did I bring this up? Oh, because people are mean to Bam. And they were, at first they were saying like it's because he's a F up and he needs to get sober and he needs to get off the blah, blah, blah. And he needs to take da-da-da. He needs to Phoenix this, that, and the other. It's like, all right, well, now he's doing that. They were mad at me for advocating for Bam to be in charge of his own life. And he's in charge of his own life now. And he seems to be doing much better. He certainly is much happier from the looks of it. So it's almost like they don't want to like change their mind on things. They just want to keep being haters, and they just got to come up with some reason to be a hater. And they hate on Bam still, and they hate on Danny Marie. And I'm talking about like nobody else is there with him every single day helping him. I'm sure, that's a lot of work, and I'm sure it's a lot of work for Bam too, and they're not getting the credit I think they deserve. Like I said, I don't talk to them all the time every day. Like I keep up by looking at the stories, but it's messed up to see even like Steve-O and Brandon Novak's losers, to see these losers who were always just jealous of Bam going on the internet for clicks and views just to bash him when he is better. I just wish Bam would get better. Well, he is better. And there's no way that you can get better if the only people who are in your circle, in your recovery, or you're in your support circle are not believing in you. It's like, here, I'm finally doing what you told me to do all these years. I'm getting better. I'm sober, 120 days, whatever. And it's like, nothing's good enough for these people, and they're claiming to be his friends. So maybe Mark Wahlberg, maybe Marky Mark is on a little bit of a press run right now and just trying to get clicks and attention. Maybe. However, at least somebody is standing up publicly and congratulating Bam, because it's a big accomplishment. It's a big deal, especially after all he has been through. At first, maybe it was like, you know, he had a bracelet on his ankle and he was getting tested and things or whatever. But now it's like he doesn't, like, shouldn't they be happy for him? Shouldn't they be proud of him? I'm calling call to action for Steve-O. Nobody send any messages. Nobody send any comments. Nobody send any hate. Nobody send any nice comments. Nobody even go over there. But if somehow, some way this video does reach its way to Steve-O or Brandon Novak, I think one of y'all, both of y'all should come on a live or come on your stories or whatever and say congratulations to Bam, because he's doing it. He's living a sober life. He's staying out of trouble. A judge has granted him court-ordered visitation with his son, meaning Nikki has to let him see Phoenix. So they should be happy. And you know what? Maybe Marky Mark has ulterior motives, but I still think it's nice that he said something. And I think other people should say something too. Tap on. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Best Nail Tech. I wish you were in Jersey. I would have you sitting right here with me like this. Tap on join, then tap on the dots. Okay. This is how you sign up for the gift membership lottery. Then tap on gift settings. So join, then dots, then gift settings. Slide to yes on accept gifts. Yeah, no, it's because they're jealous, in my opinion. All right. So the reason this girl is kind of related to that is, I mean, I have a similar opinion. Let me pull this up. Okay. So there's this video of this girl. It says, also, I'm getting sick, or I'm also getting sick. Leave me alone. I'm emotional. Okay. I feel 12. I'm scared of not having time to live. Okay. And she posted this last month, or I guess now 2 months ago. The comments are kind of nice now. Okay. Here's one. I'm actually a little bit happy to see that some more reasonable comments are here. Like, imagine having kids to, okay, look. Yeah, and there's like no summer break, this person said, right? Oh my God, I'm so happy. It's traumatizing the first year. People are saying welcome, like it's okay that we live this way. It's not. Your feelings are valid. Okay, great. Okay, good. Thank God. Actually, as it turns out, more people are reasonable than I thought. I have seen some folks making reactions, making fun of this girl and saying things like that. Like, oh, there's like no summer break, or like, yeah, no beep, Sherlock, you have to work when you get out of college or whatever. And it's like, actually, I feel for this girl. So let me show y'all who haven't seen the video.
Erratic and annoying, but this is my first job, like my first 9-to-5 job after college, and I'm in person and I'm commuting in the city, and it takes me fucking forever to get there. There's no way I'm gonna be able to afford living in the city right now, so that's off the table. Like, fucking duh, if I was able to walk to work and it'd be fine, but I'm not, so it literally takes me like,
I just want to say, like, I could see, you know, she's not everybody's cup of tea or whatever. I love it. I love the whole character. I love the whole, and I know it's like just her being her real actual self. I'm here for it. I think it's iconic. Like the presentation of this material is not annoying to me at all.
Like I leave here, like I get on the train at 7:30 and I don't get home till like 6:15 earliest, and then like I don't have time to do anything. I want to shower, eat my dinner, and go to sleep. I don't have time or energy to cook my dinner either. Like I don't have energy to work out. Like that's out the window. Like I'm so upset. Oh my God. Nothing to do with my job at all, but just like the 9 to 5 schedule in general is.
I get it. It's like a lot of people don't get it. Like, who said this? Where are you? Lady Autumn Sky. And this is like no hate, because I do think you're entitled to have this opinion too. And like a lot of people do have this opinion. It's like, yeah, what you're describing is kind of like what everybody goes through. Like, no, Sherlock. Like, yeah, and now imagine putting kids on top of it. Now imagine they need horseback riding lessons or whatever, right? Like, sure. But I kind of like fully actually agree with this girl, because ever since I can remember, there's been certain like fundamental, like logical hangups in my head about like certain types of arguments. One such logical hangup is that it just is a fallacy, right? That just because it's the way that things are done or have been done, or that most people do it, that means it's okay ethically, morally, or that it's necessarily the most efficient or it's right or whatever. Like everybody could be doing something, could be wrong. You know what I mean? Like mouth breathing is an example. Like a lot of people breathe through their mouth. And if you knew the benefits of breathing through your nose and the risks of breathing through your mouth, you never take another mouth breath if you could help it. But like everybody does it, you know? And so it's like, yeah, everybody does this. Everybody can relate to this. And I think there's like kind of like sort of two types of people. I think there's the type of people that is like, everybody does it, get over it. And the types of people that are like, yes, I identify with this because this is a rampant happening in our society. But let me let her finish.
Crazy being in the office 9 to 5. Like if it was remote, you get off at 5 and you're home and everything's fine, but like I'm not home. It takes me long to get home, and like people that drive to the office, like you don't get off at 5. And I know it could be worse, I know I could be working longer, but like I literally get off, it's pitch black, like I don't have energy. How do you have friends? Like how do you have time to like meet like a guy? I don't know. Like, how do you have time for like dating? Like, I don't have time for anything, and I'm like so stressed out. And I'm also getting my period, so that's why I'm all emotional. But like, am I so dramatic? It's fine.
I don't think she's so dramatic. I get it. I think it's like a perfectly acceptable position. My 18-year-old freshman in college brings up, my 18-year-old freshman in college son brings up the fact I had him at his age. How did you do this? Heck, I don't know. I know my mom had me. By the time my mom was my age, she had 3 kids, and one of them was like 13 years old, and it was me. Imagine. And she was 33. No, she was 30. So maybe I was like 11 or 12, actually. I don't know. Y'all know I can't do math and stuff. And it is. That's the thing. Just like we've all had this moment, and it really does. It's like I mean, to be honest, I had this same exact moment with the Lou Taylor situation, where I had to like come to terms with the reality, and I had to decide, am I going to play by these rules or not? Like, this girl has to decide, is she gonna get used to it, or is she gonna, make enough money to save and, to be able to become her own boss? Like, the 9 to 5 is a grind. And even if it's just 9 to 5, and most people are not working just 9 to 5, like most people do have to commute at least somewhat, at least some days. I mean, sure, and this is the type of like, hold on. Exactly. Yeah, there's no time for anything. And we can't just leave. We can't just leave work. We were not meant to be. Yep. Everyone take vitamin D. By 23, I had 2 kids. Well, Hillary, not necessarily. I mean, some of us never adjusted, and now we're doing this. So there are 2 types of people. There's the ones that can get in line. There's the ones that can get snapped to. And then there's some of us, we just can't. It's like, No join button. Yeah, it was more exposed. And I also think like now we can't just leave work because it's like that's what I was saying earlier. It's like you got to log in, you got to check the emails all night. The phone is ding dinging. It's like people are emailing you, hitting you up. Oh, this right here. Here we go. This from Lisa said this person should be grateful she has a job. And I'm sure she is grateful she has a job. It sounds like she worked very hard to get it. And this is another typological fallacy. Thank you for this comment because now I get to use it as an example. Oh wait, what is this? Super chats. Thank you, Bonnie. Sending to my daughter. Yeah, no, exactly. It's a present. Exactly. So I do think that there's a certain level of things that you need in your own environment. Y'all know what Maslow's hierarchy is, the pyramid. It's like in developmental psychology, before you get to like self-actualization at the top of the pyramid, you have to do the base layers. It's like the food pyramid, but it's like things you need to get to this like intellectual, esoterical thought, self-actualization. The first level is like basic needs, like, food and shelter and stuff like, a roof over your head or whatever. You're not going to die. And then it kind of goes up to like less like things that you like need to literally just keep your human body alive and more like, whatever. I don't have the pyramid in front of me. I learned it, a long time ago, but I kind of feel like there's some truth to it, at least somewhat, because we definitely do have to meet our basic human needs before we can seek happiness. You know what I mean? Sometimes you have to work a job that you absolutely hate that's killing your mental health because you just have to make the money and you can't leave right now. And I've been there. So I would never judge somebody for having to do that. I've done it. But I think there's certain things we just actually need as human beings that we're not getting. And it's because it's being perpetuated that they're like not needs. So like this person should be grateful she has a job. What is underlying that sentiment? Well, first of all, that, this woman like necessarily needs a job. Like we don't really know her situation. She might not. There are a lot of people who, don't have jobs, but I also know that a lot of places are hiring. I think more importantly, it's like what she is describing is the fast track to burnout land. And burnout is like such a sweet and polite way of actually like, I don't think the term burnout really encompasses like what happens to a person and to their entire identity when they have a true burnout. And if you don't have any time for yourself to just sit around and like paint your nails or fiddle around on your, car outside, if you like to do that or whatever, like it's like actually bad for our survival. I believe that. Y'all don't know nothing. I'm not an expert by any means, but she should feel lucky she has a job that handles that bottom part of the pyramid in some respects, right? Like it gives you food, shelter, resume items to maybe get a different, better job eventually and show that you paid your, corporate dues and stuff. But like, I think this kind of comment like kind of misses the point, which is none of us should be lucky or happy to be worked like this. And I don't think it's even necessarily one person's fault because what this girl is describing is a bunch of factors that are a bunch of different people's fault, right? Like the cost of living in the city she's in and all of that. Her boss, how much they pay and stuff. But this is like a lot of our reality. And to some extent, we're kind of stupid for sitting around going, ha, ha, ha. Yeah, you should get used to it like we did. Because y'all know when you get home at night and you don't have time to play with your kids or clean out the basement or do whatever the thing it is you need to do, y'all are feeling on the inside exactly like this girl is feeling. Yes, you are. Maybe you're salty that you can't express it like this. Maybe you're, not able or capable of accepting that this is how you feel, because then you might have to do something about it, or then you have to realize that you are a slave in an open air prison or whatever the case may be. But I think saying like she should like suck it, why? Like that's part of y'all's problem, is that people aren't allowed to just like express the emotions they're feeling. This girl is really not hurting a damn one of y'all by going on and crying on the TikTok and complaining about her commute. even if everybody has to do it or whatever. So now it's like on top of all of this obvious crisis she's going through, she's got like strangers like telling her to suck it up and that this is normal. Like that's kind of abusive. It's not normal. Y'all know it sucks. It's a different thing to say she'll get used to it because I know that we all have to have these jobs. It's not, no. I'm talking about the people that like genuinely believe it's okay. Y'all know it's not deep down. This too. Leora, actually, you know what? Good point. This is a great point. Leora said it's not just that. There's another point. Because all of the benefits were siphoned off and made part of an app job. I'm not exactly 100% sure if that's what you mean, but how I'm reading your comment, Leora, is it used to be, and I experienced this at the law firm I worked at too. It used to be you would have all these perks of working at a place that would kind of like, you know, the old saying, grease the wheel. It would kind of like give you the spoonful of sugar to help the medicine go down. You had to do the crappy parts of your job, but you know, there was a happy hour every Thursday, and you know, and you got free something or another, whatever. You got a free gym membership, or you know, there was stuff that benefits. After COVID and all that, and things started being more work from home, I mean, a lot of that stuff got shut down and never came back. Even when the office hours were required to come back, like now we're still required, or, you know, the 9 to 5 people, they're still expected to be as available as they were when they were working from home. But there's none of these grease in the wheel benefits. And it's like offensive, honestly, because some of these benefits now, like the employee compensation access apps and all that, are like just data collection apps, like BetterHelp, or what's that other one? Shoot. It's like a therapy type of app. I forget the name, but BetterHelp is one of them. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. Yeah, people don't have time for nothing. Hard to squeeze in the kids' homework. Hell, I mean, seriously. And this homework that the kids are bringing home now, I mean, who can do that? The system is setting us up for failure. It's like, thank you, Julie. Welcome to memberships. Yeah, when you're in your 40s, it feels like you can't say it because you're old enough to understand we have to deal with it, but we know we all dislike it. And it's true. And like, I do think even if you're your own boss, even if you're working for yourself and stuff, there's always stuff you have to do that you're not going to like doing. There's always going to be some civic responsibilities. There's always going to be stuff that's expected of you and required of you. But I think that when you're in a society where it is more common than not that a average person on the street, you point and ask, more often than not, that person would answer they are scared to take a day off work. They are anxious to ask to have a day off work, even for a good reason, much less a week, right? And I understand businesses cannot run unless the people are working. I do understand that. Like, I am pretty sympathetic to the business owner side of things, but it's not just the business owner's fault that this is like this. And I think that is where a lot of people fall short, is that they say, well, people should pay their employees more. Okay, well, small businesses often cannot because they are in a very similar position. They might be a little bit more financially liquid, but they have a lot of their assets tied up. And you might not care about a small business owner, right? But you should, and here is why. Because if there are none, then the only thing you're going to have in your small town is going to be CVS, Family Dollar, and whatever else. And the owners are going to be nowhere to be seen. They're just going to be running corporate bullshit in your town. Wouldn't it be better to go to a little locally owned, you know, drugstore or a locally owned whatever, right? So I'm not saying, don't pay your employees if you can afford it. No, hell no. Everybody should, I guess, like, be able to afford to live. But this is a much more complex problem than pay your employees more. Much more. For the small business sector things, for me, that's an important part of it, because every small business that closes is going to get replaced with one of these big box. Like, it's all the same. You can literally go to Baton Rouge, Louisiana. They're selling the same stuff as Boston, Massachusetts. Like, where's the culture going to go? We need small business for all of that. Anyway, let me Get me off my small business. I'm not even like a capitalism stan. Like, I just do understand that like we can't just talk about ideas only. We got to talk about what's going to actually function. But this is not functional. The way that the average worker feels is not sustainable. Everybody is on the fast track to burnout. Nobody is reaching self-actualization. That's the issue anyway. Yeah, no, I know. Seriously, I know. Heck with pay. They just steal the value of it. Yeah. No, but they don't. But that's not true. This isn't true. Just isn't true. And I used to like think stuff like this. Like, maybe you're joking. Like, maybe you're being sarcastic or whatever, because it's hard to tell at this point. But give workers the full value of what they create. What they create at scanning at the 7-Eleven, like, cash checkout, like, what are you talking about? And like I said, you might be joking. Maybe it's a joke. But I mean, I used to say stuff like this. So I'm not even like offended if people believe this, because I would say stuff like this. And I think I thought I believed it too. But like, it's not an opinion that's based in reality. It's not based in reality. The full value of what they create, like, define that even. Like, what does that even mean? It's just buzzwords. Like, there's businesses that sell shit. There's businesses that provide services. Employees have to work there. Those employees, more often than not, never want to start a business, never want to go out and take the risk of supporting their lives based on their art or what they create. And so they trade their labor for wages. They don't trade their labor for the gross profits. That would be the business owner. It doesn't make sense. I'm sorry. It doesn't make sense. Value is a problem. Yeah. And this is what I'm talking about, right? There's all these layers. This is another problem. I don't pretend to know the answer, but, moving on. Do I understand your new name? Wow. No, I do not. I literally thought it was a lack of culture. No, it's yeah. Anyway. Okay, what is the next thing I wanted to talk about? I guess we can get into, wait, I have a list. Let me pull out my list. How to prevent financial fraud. Where's my topics? Oh, let me show y'all Aura Cosmetics. So this is something interesting I saw. It's called Aura Cosmetics. And would you be surprised to find out it's based in Serbia? Where? Did they delete that? No, it's up. It's still up. It has a lot of views too. Oh, they got a YouTube channel. Okay, this one looks like it. Okay. All right, I'm about to show y'all. This is very interesting. Somebody actually sent me this. I didn't find this on my own. New topic. Aura Cosmetics. Oh, thank you, Wims. Just moving to first solo place. 43-year-old, no college, now salaried employee running a law firm. Wow. Congratulations. 60-hour weeks. Whoa, that's a lot. Okay, wait, ouch. 42-mile, 40-minute commute. Oh, that's not good. All about the experience to do better later. And that is part of it. And I would be remiss not to mention that a lot of times you do have to do it for a while with a goal in mind that you're going to get out of it or whatever. Okay. So this is interesting. As y'all know, because it is public record and public information, Lima's husband is of Serbian ancestry and his parents are Serbian. And she's got some connections to Serbia through Nenad Matosevic. Do y'all remember on the Aura team page? Nenad Matosevic was the Serbian head of trade. Sorry, the head of trade at the Serbian embassy, Danish embassy, the Denmark embassy in Belgrade, Serbia. Well, he was on Lima's board for ARA, Autonomous User Rehabilitation Agent. Well, there's another Serbia connection. Also, the Serbia connection of Tamara or whatever, Mitosevic or whatever her last name. There's all these Serbians on the board, and Lima's husband is of Serbian ancestry. So now we have I don't know if this, just to be clear, is related to Lima at all. I don't know. But somebody showed it to me, and I wanted to just talk about it today with y'all. So it's 4 minutes long, and it's called Aura Cosmetics Corporative Video, Serbia. And look at this. Okay, we got to read the description. Look at this description. What is this? It was 10 years ago, January 21st, 2013. And this interesting date, because I think it's about the time the twins came on the scene. And I think it is within a year or two of when Lima alleges that she moved to LA. It's got a lot of views, 38,000 views. We are Aura, a company producing and distributing cosmetics. We have been building our position as a leader in the region since 1996. And our products have found their places in cosmetic bags in Serbia, Montenegro, Macedonia, Bosnia, Croatia, Greece, Bulgaria, Ukraine, Romania, and the Netherlands. The cosmetics market is cruel everywhere in the world, including the markets in which we do business. In these circumstances, it is difficult to compete with the development and marketing budgets of the major international brands. However, Aura operates in all its markets with a constant and stable growth index. The reason is our approach to business. First, each product conforms to the highest standards and is in full compliance with the latest trends. What? If it doesn't meet certain criteria, we will not place it on the market. Well, yeah, I mean, if it's not conforming to the standards and in compliance, you shouldn't put it on the market. That's what compliance means, right? That's because we know we only get one chance to make a good impression on our customers. The raw materials are purchased from the world leaders in this field. And the very same ones the biggest names in the cosmetics industry buy from. Okay. Thanks to these contacts, we can follow technological innovations, and we're up to date with the latest trends when it comes to popular colors. We're constantly improving the quality of our products with trendy, distinctive packaging, and all of this at prices which are affordable for a broad group of consumers. With our business associates as well as the end users, we build a friendly relationship based on monitoring. Okay, so this tells me with our business associates as well as the end users, it tells me they are not straight to consumer. They are business to business, which is what Aura, Autonomous User Rehabilitation Agent, is. It's not direct to consumer. It is business to business model. So their business associates are the businesses that sell their makeup. So like distributors would be their business associates. As well as the end users of our cosmetic products, we build a friendly relationship based on monitoring their needs and responding appropriately. We have a workforce of 80, more than 20% of whom are university graduates. Okay. 5 of them majored in chemistry and 3 are technologists. Everybody has optimal working conditions, which motivates them to put more energy into their work. The head office in Niche, is that how you say that? Spreads over 2,000 square meters of office space, as well as the business premises that are production facilities, a laboratory, and a warehouse. There's also a branch in Belgrade. That's where Nenad Matosevic worked as the head of trade at the Serbian, embassy. But I do think it is also the capital. So, I mean, could just be a coincidence. We do business these places Aura Group, and then they have Aura BH. Our laboratory is responsible for research and development, new products, quality control. Okay. So the very interesting thing about this video,
producing and distributing cosmetics. We've been building our position as a leader in the region since.
let me I think it's, I just turned the English captions on so y'all can hear it.
1996, and our products have found their places in cosmetic bags in Serbia, Montenegro, Macedonia,
I think it's just the same script.
so that we only get one chance to make a good impression on our customers.
Okay. So there was another Aura video. Let me see if I can find it. That had, let me see, hold on. What is this? Hold on, let me show y'all. This says Soho Style 360 View Aura. What is this? Oh, it's hair extensions. Soho. Huh. I'm going to look for this video. Oh, who did this? Thank you, Deborah, for the super chat. What does it say? You two amazing new car, nice race. Mark Wahlberg is a real deal. Thank you very much for the super chat. Lima ruined the word aura, only Alicia Michelle said. Any company with that name is automatically skeptical. I keep seeing ads for aura ID protection. I know. I don't know which aura is which, but this one is in Belgrade. But I saw this other video of this Aura Cosmetics facility, and it was a 360 view. And you know how Dahlia and Dia were doing those 360 videos? Let me see if I can find it. Somebody sent me that video, and I thought it was the same one, but it was not. Hold on. Don't forget, at 4, so an hour and a half, we have to go to the BJ Investigates premiere. Let me look it up. Aura. Yes, this. Hold on. Okay, I found it. And it does not have 38,000 views. Okay, here's the video. Nanad, but a different Nanad. This one is Chiranic? I don't know. And then somebody promo SM. I don't know what that means. Okay, it has 192 views. It was posted just last year, almost just about a year ago. And it has 2 likes. So what it is, it says Aura Fabric in VR, virtual reality. Okay, so is this the Serbia one? I don't know. Is it the same aura as with the video we just saw? I don't know. But let's see. So what they do is they have these pictures, and you can zoom around on them. You see what I mean? So you can look around. Look, there's a guy on the ladder. This is a public YouTube video. Oh, it is the same aura. Because remember that commercial we watched had this front of the building. Didn't it? So look, this is all just public. It must be by airport, y'all. And look, there's just, isn't this fascinating? Am I the only one? So let's see. Okay. I see Crusoe said that's not VR, it's just 360 footage. I think you're right on that one, but I think this picture and some of the other ones mixed in are like mixed reality. This is funny. Cuz see what I mean, like this plant right here. It looks almost not real, but like I just think this is fascinating. Look, we got an Oculus up here. There's literally a woodpecker knocking on my house. Oh no, see I think this is a real tree actually. Right? Like this is just up online with 192 views from last year. So I'm just okay, now here, let's see. We have a new scene we can check out. Like a massage table or something back there. Oh, this is that parlor we just saw through the door. There's a conference room back there. And just to reiterate, please do not send any hate or messages or any type of comments or anything to anybody. This is just me live streaming, watching a video that's online publicly. Okay, so all right, next. Okay, we're in a new. Okay, so now we have people working in here and they're bustling around, but let me just pause it enough to. This is their offices, looks like. Seems like a pretty big production in Belgrade. Oh, look over here. The Aura Cosmetics company has a lingerie corset in their offices. That's interesting. Who's this in this office? I wish we could walk over there and see who that person is. Oh, here's another one. More black and white spirally stuff. They really like their black and white theme. Oh, the person taking this video. Oh, okay, look, there's a little rug. Interesting. Wonder what kind of flower is that? Is that a dahlia? Okay, now we're inside that conference room. They have a TV, little director chair. Oh, wow. That's cute. Oh, look, there's their products. Aura Cosmetics right there. Serbia, Belgrade. Okay, we have some ladies packaging lipsticks. I guess they're just kind of showing you the process of things. Facility. I wonder who's she. So now we're just packaging more. Looks like face powder here. I just found this to be very interesting. Just fascinating, really. Like you can see them in the reflection too. Here's the powders. Looks like eyeshadows coming out. So I feel like we've been in this room for a long time. Like, what is this? Just a facility tour? Like, maybe for HR, like PR? I mean, it's cool to see them, like, making this stuff, but say there's these boxes that say Aura. Oh, did you look up? Somebody looked up Aura. Ah! Wonder what that says. I want to look up Aura Cosmetics. Somebody looked it up. All right. Oh. auramakeup.eu. Okay. Oh, it's a nice website. Look. See those lipsticks? We saw them €6, 6.68. Makeup. Huh. I don't know. Could have nothing to do with nothing. Could have nothing to do with nothing. So I guess Jared, of course, tacky. Yeah, it's. Oh, you think so? Available on Amazon. Okay. So now I think I want to do the P. Diddy lawsuit. So I'm not going to talk about the Cassie one because the reason I'm not going to talk about the Cassie one is because that's what tonight's BJ Investigates is about at 4 p.m. But I do want to talk about the other lawsuit. So let me. Okay. This is a Variety article from November 20. Oh my God. November 24th. Can we please with these ads? My God. It's just like. Oh. Okay. So it says Sean Diddy Combs hit with a second lawsuit alleging bleep assault. Less than a week after settling a lawsuit with former Bad Boy artist Cassie, which accused him of RAPE, Diddy is facing more bleep assault allegations. In a complaint filed on Thursday in New York Supreme Court and obtained by Variety, Joy Dickerson Neal alleged that Diddy usually assaulted her and abused her, and that she was a victim of revenge porn created and distributed by Diddy. So I'm like, all right, this is her name. I just want to look up the lawsuit myself. So I type in Joy Dickerson Neal versus Sean Combs lawsuit PDF. Okay. Okay. So as you can see, it was filed on November 23rd by Joy Dickerson Neal against Diddy. New York. Okay. the plaintiff. So what I thought we would do is just kind of like not fully read word by word through it, but just kind of like skim through it and kind of talk about this lawsuit. This is the second one that was filed against Diddy. Sorry, I got a text I needed to read. Sorry. Okay. So I thought we could just kind of read through it a little bit. All right. So she brings this lawsuit. Plaintiff brings suit against the defendants. So all the defendants she names Bad Boy Entertainment, Bad Boy Records, Combs Enterprises. So she's only suing him and his companies. The third lawsuit, that one ends up she's suing like another person, other people, I think. Don't quote me. We'll look at it. Okay, so Joy Dickerson Neal brings suit against defendants to redress the substantial and lifetime injuries she suffered as a result of being those things I already listed. And she's suing under these different laws, one of them being the human bleep picking law. Right there. I have it highlighted right there. Okay, preliminary statement. Joy Dickerson was a college student. Oh, yeah, her story. Joy Dickerson was a college student at Syracuse University pursuing a degree in psychology and filled with hopes for a bright future. While she did not come from a family with means, she was raised by a single mother who instilled in her high moral and ethical standards and a strong sense of civic duty. She was very smart, beautiful, aware that a good reputation was important to asset to be safeguarded. On January 3rd, 1991, while on school break for the holidays, the plaintiff reluctantly agreed to an early dinner with Diddy. Okay, so it's 1991 and P. Diddy asks her to go to dinner. At the time, I think he was a talent manager for some record company thing or something. So he was already a big deal. So in January 1991, Diddy invites Joy to go to dinner. And she, it says, reluctantly agreed. They had many friends and acquaintances in common. And she had appeared with Diddy in a few clips of a music video. So she had a lot of friends in common with him, and they had been in a music video together, but it doesn't sound like they were really close or anything yet or whatever. After eating at the famous Wells restaurant in Harlem, home of the chicken and waffles since 1938, Combs pushed the plaintiff to keep him company as he attended to a few things in the city. So he was going to go do some stuff, and he asked Joy to come accompany him. Getting into his car that day was something that she would come to regret forever. During their date, Diddy intentionally, this word, Miss Dickerson, resulting in her being in a physical state where she could not independently stand or walk. And again, I just want to say, I usually say this, but innocent until proven guilty. I'm just reading the lawsuit. I don't know what did or didn't happen. I'm just reading all what it says. So he bleep Miss Dickerson, resulting in her being in a physical state where she could not independently stand or walk. Driving first to a music studio where she could not get out of the car, Diddy proceeded to a place where he was staying to assault Joy, according to this lawsuit. As was his practice, but unbeknownst to Miss Dickerson, Diddy recorded this assault on camera. And y'all can read along for the exact words. Then days go by, and a male friend of Joy, Miss Dickerson, he reveals to Joy that he had viewed that bleep tape along with other men. So Joy is, of course, horrified, and then she asks how many other people saw this tape, to which the male friend responded, everyone. Joy's life went into a tailspin. She returned to college, but Because remember, she had mutual friends with him. They were mutual friends with people. So her friends were kind of like his friends or whatever. Miss Dickerson's life went into a tailspin. She returned to college, but soon had to be admitted into the hospital for severe depression and a type of ideation. Unable to function, she dropped out of college. So this woman is saying she went on a date with Diddy. Some things happened on the date that were against the law, she is alleging. Diddy video recorded it, which also was against the law, and showed it to people, which also was against the law. And it caused her life to spin out of control. And she eventually did have to drop out of college because she was in college at the time. That's her allegation, her version of the story. Ms. Dickerson has struggled with her mental health and her career progression thereafter. The assault and the public exposure of it caused her to suffer overwhelming feelings of humiliation, embarrassment, violation, and constant apprehension about who all had viewed the video. As Diddy's success and wealth rose quickly, Joy tried to block his existence out. And she tried to put her life back on track. Still today, she continues to work on her emotional health, economic recovery, and finishing her college degree. Seeking accountability from P. Diddy under the law is one more step in that journey. And I will talk about this in the video tonight, or the one that's coming out after this, the BJ Investigates. But there's this law in New York, or it was like a bill or an ordinance. I don't exactly remember what it's. I think it's some type of statute. It was passed that allowed victims of certain types of alleged crimes to extend the statute of limitations. There was like some stuff going on that basically there's a deadline to sue for this type of stuff, is the long and short of it. And since there's a deadline to sue for this type of stuff, we do see a lot of these lawsuits coming out of the woodwork right now. I think the deadline was just now, like in the last week or two. I think. Don't quote me, but the deadline is soon if it hasn't already passed. Okay. So this is their last chance to get, justice for this if they want to sue under this law. Okay, so here's the next section: procedural requirements, state and city claims revived by the adult. Okay, so they're going to talk about that a little bit. Let me just skim this real quick. Okay, beginning on November 24th, 2022, last year, November 24th, created a 1-year window for the survivors of a certain type of assault that occurred when they were over the age of 18, allowing them to sue abusers regardless of when the abuse occurred. So this is what I just told y'all about. The time clock was ticking. It was like November 24th was the final date, and this was filed on November 23rd. So this that we're reading right now is filed on the day before the last day to file this type of suit. And then I think the other one was filed on the next day, which was the very last day to file. The law allows survivors to sue for intentional or negligent acts or omissions by a person suffered as a result of conduct which would constitute this type of offense. Okay. Plaintiff in this case is a woman who is older than 18. She alleges penal law violations, including but not limited to these laws. They skipped a paragraph on what that's about. Courts have found that this law revives civil claims that arise from conducts that is this type of offense. Okay, so this section was just saying this law applies to us and we're utilizing this law. Next, the New York City Victims of Gender Motivated Violence Protection Act. Okay, so this one that they are talking about up here is a state and city claim that is governed by the state act. Okay, so we're talking about a state act up here, the Adult Survivors Act. Then we move to the next section, and now we're talking about a city act. New York City passes their own ordinances. We saw this in the Sean Reyes case with those signs on the police precincts. We were saying not only is it unconstitutional, not only is it against the state law, it's against the city ordinance. The city allows you to film cops. Okay, now we're talking about a city law, and this one is the Gender Motivated Violence Protection Act. So they're saying basically this one applies as well. Okay. Parties, defendant Combs. A Grammy award winning musician. Oh no, a Grammy awarding musician. I think it's supposed to be award winning. At all relevant times, Diddy was a resident of New York State. Prior to the release of his debut album in 1997, Diddy was a prominent member of the New York hip hip community. Look how they did that. They said hip hip. Okay, so they're saying even prior to his debut album, he was a prominent figure or a member of the hip hop community in New York. From 1990 to 1993, he was known for working as a talent director at Uptown Records. That's what I was trying to remember earlier. He is also known for throwing parties that attracted thousands of attendees, including the who's who of the hip hip world. Oh no, they said it right that time, hip hop. So, okay, he's really famous. He's a talent director at Uptown. He throws parties in the hip hip world. In 1992, he founded his own record company, Bad Boy Records. 2008, he was the first male rapper to get a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. 2022, Forbes estimated that he was one of the wealthiest hip hop artists in America and that his net worth was over $1 billion. He has a history of committing physical and violence against women. Okay. On May 8th, 2017, a woman named Cindy Rueda, Combs' personal chef, filed suit in California alleging that he had harassed her. Okay, so they're laying out previous cases against him, which I don't necessarily think is like particularly the full story because I don't know. It doesn't say like, did he win? Did he lose or whatever? So, I mean, they could have included that. But someone in 2017 named Cindy, who was a personal chef, she did sue him in 2017 for this type of harassment. 2 years later, 2019, a woman named Gina, who is an ex-girlfriend of Diddy, detailed in an interview how he had also abused her. And on November 16th, which we do know about, and that's the video tonight will be about, Cassie, an artist signed to Bad Boy Records, which is Diddy's company, filed a suit in the Southern District of New York, alleging that he forced her to film herself doing things with people. You can read here if you know. Given the extensive media coverage of the abusive treatment of women, defendants, they had knowledge. Okay. So this has to do with the knowledge. They have to show that there was some type of notice or something. So moving on. Okay. So in 1992, he founded Bad Boy Records. He produced Mary J. Blige, who I think is a Lou Taylor client, Notorious B.I.G. and Usher. Bad Boy Entertainment is a New York company. Then you have Combs Enterprise, LLC. It's a parent company of Bad Boy Entertainment. Combs Enterprise, LLC is a business conglomerate founded by P. Diddy that does business in the music, entertainment, fashion, spirits, and television industries. So Combs Enterprise, LLC is the parent company of all the companies. Okay, so now we're going to get into the factual allegations. These are the allegations that Joy is alleging as if it is a fact. She grew up in New York City, raised by a single mother. In 1987, she began attending Syracuse University. It's a university. She was inspired to attend after hearing stories about her late father, who had attended the university and had died the same year she was born. She majored in psychology. She was a hardworking student, balanced her studies, and was working as a server at Wells Restaurant in Harlem, New York, to pay for her education. And shout out for that because that is hard to do, and that's something I did as well. She was looking to make a foothold in the music industry and had worked as a receptionist at Apple One, a renowned talent agency, as a location scout for Gary Brewer, a cameraman. Okay. So she was trying to get into the music industry, and she had worked as a receptionist at a talent agency called Apple One. And she was also a location scout for Gary Brewer, who was a cameraman in the industry. She also collaborated with Chuck Stone, a film director, on music videos for Grammy Award-winning artists, A Tribe Called Quest, and Michelle DeGocello. I don't know how to say that. Okay, so then they're getting to the part about how they met. She met Sean Combs and learned of his reputation for abusing women. On repeated occasions, Diddy pursued Joy. So he was coming after her as a partner or whatever on repeated occasions. And finally, she had said yes. But At first, Joy had heard that Combs had a history of treating women badly, and she rejected his advances each time. In fact, Sister Soulja, a rapper from the Bronx, pointedly asked Joy why she and Combs had been featured together in the music video for Straight from the Soul. Plaintiff understood that Sister Soulja was warning her to stay away from Diddy, given his infamous reputation. Finally, January 3rd, 1991, during her winter break from college, Joy reluctantly agreed to meet Diddy in the city. Again, wary of being alone with him, she chose Wells Restaurant in Harlem, New York, which was a familiar environment because she worked there as a server. So she was working there as a waitress, and she said that she wanted to go and eat at the restaurant she knew people at. At the restaurant, she began to feel more comfortable, and as her and Combs engaged in conversation over food and drinks. Later in the evening, plaintiff she had to go to the bathroom. Combs said he didn't want the date to end and asked Joy if she would join him after dinner to continue going to some errands that he had to run. While driving in the car with him, Combs produced a thing to smoke and asked Joy to take a hit, and she politely declined. She said, "No, I don't want to partake." But he was insistent that plaintiff should roll with him and promised to have her home at a decent time so she could study. Says she felt pressured, but she reluctantly did take a hit. From that point on, her memory is incomplete, she says. She recalls Diddy bringing her to a music studio, and when she attempted to leave the car, her legs felt rubbery and she was unable to stand. She next recalls being outside of a residence where it seemed Diddy was living, except he rang the doorbell. So she thought he was pulling up to his house. So she tries to get out of the car at this record studio or whatever, and she can't. Her legs are rubbery. Then they leave there and they go to this house, and she's thinking it's P. Diddy's house, but he's ringing the doorbell. So if it's his house, why would he be doing that, right? A man who was an acquaintance of both Joy and P. Diddy, so he was one of those aforementioned mutual friends, he answered the door. He recalls that she recalled that being odd because she believed, perhaps mistakenly, that it was P. Diddy's home. While they were in the home, P. Diddy assaulted her. She recalls feeling humiliated and hurt, but she could not escape because she had been bleep. She lacked the physical ability or mental capacity to fend Diddy off. The next day, her area hurt in a way that she had never experienced from any prior consensual encounters. Feeling confusion, pain, embarrassment, and shame, she did not go to the hospital or report the assault to the police, but she sought refuge in her apartment and she avoided any outside contact. The next day, she broke down and tearfully recalled the assault to her best friend. So she reported it to her best friend the next day. Shortly after, a man named Devontae Swing, a member of an R&B group called, I don't know how to say that, Jodeci, I don't know, told Joy that P. Diddy had filmed himself assaulting Joy, and he had shown the video to Swing, to this guy. So he goes to Joy and he's like, "Hey, P. Diddy filmed himself doing, what with you, and I saw the video." And this is a mutual friend between Diddy and Joy. Also, she was informed apparently that assaulting plaintiff. Okay, that P. Diddy had shown the video to other people as well. Where was I at here? Okay. So then Joy said, who had all seen the video? And her friend Devontae said, everyone, quote. Joy was mortified as she learned that Combs had filmed the incident and knew it would haunt her for the rest of her life and career. Her friend Devontae told her that he wanted to speak out against Diddy, but he was fearful that the band would lose their record deal. The band was in the midst of recording their studio album Forever Lady, for which Combs was doing A&R. So he was working on an album with the guy, and he was like, I would come out against him, but at the same time, like, I don't want my career getting messed up. Okay. Following the assault, plaintiff suffered an emotional breakdown. In the coming weeks, Joy did her best to pull herself together so she could return to Syracuse University, but despite her best efforts, she experienced traumatic flashbacks to the assault, extreme sleeplessness for days on end, social withdrawal, and would recoil even at the most basic physical touch. So she was having symptoms from the incident, according to her. She felt physically unable to leave her dorm at Haven Hall and was frequently absent from class. She had the inability to focus and concentrate, and her mind would constantly replay the assault, leading her grades to plummet. Her mother grew so concerned with this sudden downturn in her emotional state and repeated assertions that she no longer wanted to be around. And her mother instructed her to go to the ER, the hospital. She was admitted into a psych unit to treat her emotional trauma, and the physicians diagnosed her as experiencing clinical depression. So this is the part where she's kind of outlining all the damages she suffered or whatever. After Joy was discharged from the hospital, she continued to experience emotional turmoil as everyday interactions triggered memories of the assault. She also became socially isolated as her classmates labeled her as, quote, crazy as they learned of her admission into the psych unit. So she was getting judged and all of that. And she's kind of saying, if it weren't for him, I wouldn't have even had to go. She sought justice. Okay, so as she began to recover, she desperately sought to hold Diddy to account for the crimes he committed against her. Her mom, Joy's mom, told her to contact Pastor Calvin Butts of the historic Abyssinian Church in Harlem. However, she felt too ashamed to speak with the pastor because she worried that the pastor was going to judge her, which I could understand that worry. She filed police reports in New York and in New Jersey and spoke to several prosecutors, hoping to press charges. So she's saying, look, before you say, why didn't I say something before now? I did. So that's kind of what she's trying to say. Now, did I go and check? No, I did not. I don't know if this is true. I'm just reading y'all what she said. So she filed police reports and she wanted to press charges. Members of law enforcement told her that her allegations would need to be corroborated by witnesses and others who had experienced similar assaults. Plaintiff approached various friends and acquaintances and colleagues to assist her in locating the tape. Colleagues told her, though, that they were terrified that Diddy was going to retaliate against them. And then they would lose their future business and music opportunities if they made any statements in support of her, because he was kind of a big star at the time. P. Diddy experienced a lot of success with Notorious B.I.G., and some potential witnesses were afraid of Diddy's wrath, and he was known to be violent. But others declined because they feared they wouldn't be invited to the future parties and events. So some people declined. They would have helped her out, but they didn't want their career messed up. They were scared of his violence. And some people were in on it, basically, is what she's saying. Combs tried to dissuade plaintiff from reporting him. So despite this emotional pain, she continued to work in the music industry. She was working for a company. I thought this was funny. It's called Stress Management, a DJ management company that represented DJ Funkmaster Flex and others. So she was working in the music industry despite her emotional pain. And it was at a place called Stress Management. So while she was at Stress Management working, her supervisor was Jessica Rosenblum, who was known for creating Mecca. And Mecca was a series where many of New York's hip hop legends would perform. Okay. So Joy helped to promote these parties and acted as a personal assistant by completing errands that she had. One night, Joy was working at one of her boss's parties, and she unfortunately ran into Diddy. She says she did her best to avoid talking to him. Despite her efforts, he backed her into a corner, allegedly, according to this, and inappropriately confronted her in public. He dramatically got down on his knees before insisting he wanted her to believe him when he said he did not do what she was saying. So he was down on his knees saying, I did not record you. That is not true. There is no tape, et cetera, et cetera. And he's all out in public at her new job, like begging, according to this. Rosenblum noticed Combs' odd behavior and asked why he was begging for her forgiveness. Okay, so the boss notices Diddy down on the ground begging his employee for forgiveness. And the boss is like, Joy, what? WTF? Joy merely told her boss that Diddy had wronged her because she was afraid that divulging more, she was afraid of divulging more because Rosenblum often worked with Diddy. So it says she left the music industry. After working for stress management, she began writing music video treatments. I don't know what that means. However, she realized she could not continue to work in the music industry as P. Diddy was getting too famous. She decided to try her hand at screenwriting. She ended up moving to California, thousands of miles away from the location of the assault, which was New York. She had always wanted to work at a record label, but she knew that dream had cratered as Diddy continued to garner multi-platinum albums and win Grammys. And now her emotional trauma resurges. She spent years trying to recover from the emotional trauma she experienced at Combs' hands. During COVID-19 pandemic, she spent hours rereading her journals and digitizing them, but she felt physically ill once she reached the time period where she met Diddy. She could not stomach continuing with the project. So during COVID-19, she's trying to take her journals and type them into digital format from handwritten, and she gets to the part about Diddy, and she's physically ill, and she can't even finish digitizing her journals. According to her, it was the filing of the lawsuit about his abuse of Cassie on November 16th that forced her to face his assault again. After reading about the lawsuit, she spoke to an ex-boyfriend for the first time in years after reading Miss Venture's lawsuit. So she had called up an ex that she was probably dating at the time or whatever. During the conversation, the ex recalled how she would become physically ill and recoil every time Combs' music was played or his name was mentioned. So she didn't remember this. Apparently someone else had this memory. Still hoping for justice, Joy brings this case against Combs now. While many years have passed, his illegal conduct has cast a shadow over her life. Years later, plaintiff Joy has continued to see mental health providers who have aided her in recovery and treated her PTSD. Tragically, despite several attempts, she has not been able to finish her college degree because her subconscious mind associates her studies with the assault, which, if it did happen, that does make sense. Because now when I go back, because when I was in law school, my dad died. And now in law school, when I go back around that area or go to the school or whatever, I just think about my dad, and it kind of makes me a little bit sad in a way. The whole thing isn't sad. There's parts, there's layers, but if it happened, I could see how it would be difficult because you would associate all these entry-level classes and these specific terms of art and stuff with that time of your life. I could see it. Diddy's conduct forever changed the trajectory of her career, denying her what might have been a lucrative and successful career in the music industry. She's confident she can prove her case through at least a dozen witnesses to testify to her severe emotional distress and harm that she experienced after the assault. Okay, and then they just kind of lay out some of the different things, right? I don't want to get too many details here for community purposes, but you can read this part right here I have up on the screen. They're just laying out the elements of each one of these laws. All right. So to be fully fair and all that, I want to read P. Diddy's lawyer has claimed the following. These are fabricated claims, falsely alleging misconduct from over 30 years ago and filed at the last minute. This is nothing but a money grab. Because of Diddy's fame and success, he is an easy target for anonymous accusers who lie without conscience or consequence for financial benefit. The New York legislature surely did not intend or expect the Adult Survivors Act to be exploited by scammers. The public should be skeptical and not rush to accept these bogus allegations. I think he made another statement. Let me see. No, okay, that's all I have. So, Diddy is shitty, somebody said. So, my personal belief is based on, actually, I'm not going to tell you my personal belief. Watch the video tonight on BJ Investigates. But that wasn't the last lawsuit. There was one more lawsuit. And unfortunately, I was unable to find the PDF of it. But I can read an article about it with y'all. Because this lady filed under Jane Doe. And I haven't had time yet to go and like really track it down. I'll probably end up having to buy it. But I'll read an article anyway. This is from NBC News. This was posted November 24th. Which happens to also be the very last day left to file under that law that we talked about. So it says Sean Diddy Combs accused in third lawsuit this month of assaulting a woman. Singer Aaron Hall is also named in the lawsuit. So here's a little bit of a divergence. The woman, identified as Jane Doe, accused Diddy and this man, Aaron Hall, of assaulting her and her friend in the early 1990s. He's being accused of assault by another woman who alleged in a lawsuit that the music mogul and the R&B singer Aaron Hall assaulted her and her friend at Aaron Hall's apartment in either 1990 or 1991. The alleged assault happened following an event at the offices of MCA Records, according to a lawsuit filed Thursday in New York Supreme Court. One day before the expiration of this act that we talked about. Okay, so earlier in the chat, I was mistaken. Earlier in the video, I was mistaken, and I had said that this was filed on the very last day. No. It was actually, I guess it was filed on the same day as that other woman's. A spokesperson for Diddy said, and I already read y'all this part, that he said there was fabricated claims, easy target, anonymous accusers. Okay. But Jane Doe says she was shocked and traumatized. What am I saying here? The woman, identified only as Jane Doe, said she and a friend met Combs and Hall, who was a member of the R&B group Guy, at the record label's offices for an event that MCA was hosting. Okay, so they're at this record label event being hosted by MCA, and that's where she met him, and it was like 1990 or 1991. The friend is not named as a plaintiff in the lawsuit, so the friend is not suing. The suit alleges that Diddy and Aaron Hall were, quote, very flirtatious and handsy with Jane Doe and her friend, offered them drinks throughout the evening. Toward the end of the night, they invited Jane and her friend back to Hall's apartment for an after party, according to the lawsuit. While at this after party apartment, Jane Doe was offered more drinks and was coerced into having relations with Diddy, the suit says. After Diddy finished doing his business, with the relations, Jane Doe, the plaintiff, she laid in the bed, shocked and traumatized. And I don't know what transpired between this that shocked and traumatized her, but even if I did know, I might not be able to even talk about it, but that's what it says here. While she was trying to get dressed, the other guy, Aaron Hall, allegedly, quote, barged into the room, pinned her down, and forced her relations, the suit says. Following the alleged assaults, the plaintiff, Jane Doe, gets dressed and she runs out of the home, according to the lawsuit. Then the lawsuit accuses both of the men of bleep assaulting Jane Doe's friend. So Jane Doe has allegedly forced relations with one after the other of Diddy, then what's his name? Then she leaves. Then her friend is still there. And the men kind of do the same to her, allegedly. Upon information and belief, when Diddy finished, he and Hall would switch and they commenced assaulting, etc. Days later, Diddy went to the home where Jane Doe and her friend were staying, and reportedly, according to this lawsuit, became irate and allegedly assaulted and choked Jane Doe until she passed out, according to the suit. Okay, so it's saying days later, he goes to where these two women are actually staying and threatens them. And it says he became irate. He was choking them, one of them. And he was looking for somebody because he feared that she was going to tell the girl. He didn't want these women to snitch, according to the lawsuit. In addition to Diddy and Aaron Hall, the lawsuit names MCA Music Entertainment Group and Geffen Records, which I have a whole entire pages of research on the Geffen Records as well. NBC News reached out to Universal Music Group, the owner of Geffen and now defunct MCA. A spokesperson did not immediately respond. When reached for comment, Tyrone Blackburn, an attorney for the Jane Doe, the one suing, this is the third lawsuit against Diddy. He said his client was in the process of securing. He said his client, Jane Doe, was in the process of securing her medical documents and the witness statements, and they're going to amend the complaint in the coming week. They have more to share at that time. So that's probably very soon. It's going to be amended, and we're going to have more info. Welcome to memberships, BP. Okay, and then they just outlined the other lawsuits. Combs and some of his companies have been at the center of lawsuits in the past. Okay, so we already read that one. So we have a little bit more time until the premiere. So I do want to go over something that happened while I was facing the consequences of a slap lawsuit being filed against me. And that was Dahlia and allegedly Dia went on live or went on Instagram and posted a video. So I want to react actually to a video Rabbit had done. I'm looking for it right now. I'm on her playlist. It's like Rabbit had done one about the twins being on Instagram. Let's see. Where is it? If somebody could leave that in the comments. Which Rabbit video is that? I want to watch it. Dahlia, yeah, Dahlia had posted something on Instagram. It was a video. I don't have the video. I was going to watch Rabbit's live, but I can't find it off the top of my searches. Let me see. Rabbit Hole News. Was it alive or was it was it a live that she did or was it an upload? I think it was a live. Okay, let's see. How many weeks ago was it? What is time? Oh, help me out, somebody. Oh, is this it, Monica? Okay, all right. Let me go to YouTube. I can't click it from there for some reason. So give me a second. Bear with me. All right. So I need to go in here. I need to go in the live chat. Wait. I'm looking for Rabbit's video of her reacting to when Dahlia and Dia or Dahlia and allegedly Dia made a video. Is this it right here, Mustard? Yes. Okay. Thank you, Mustard. Okay. I don't think I've seen this whole thing. I just saw enough. Oops, remove. I just saw enough to know this is where she did it. Okay. Oh, let me like it. All right. Let me find the video. She does her shout outs. Okay. Let's just watch it.
I'm over here on IG. We about to watch something. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat. I see that.
Okay. So this video is from a month ago, October 17th, 2023, and today is December 1st. So like a month and a half ago. All right. So this is allegedly Dahlia and Dia. Amber K, welcome to memberships. Oh, you look terrified to be. Yeah, I don't even know who that lady was. So let's talk about that, and then after that, we'll leave from here and we'll go to watch BJ Investigates.
Leah and sister posted on their IG, and we're about to watch that. The timing is very sus. Let me tell everybody we're going live. Going live. Oh Lord, going live now.
The timing was very interesting.
I don't know what to think, yo. Is it just me or is the timing just off? Is it just me? It could just be me that I'm just like overthinking that. But hey, hold up, y'all. I'm just letting it. Can one of the mods?
Sorry, I could have like clipped it out, but I don't know. I just went straight to the video. I don't know.
Quick shout out to everybody that's here. Thank you for being here. Make sure somebody put in the chat. Shout out to the person that gave us a heads up that Dahlia has posted on her IG page. I thought
nobody send any messages, any hate, nobody follow anybody, nobody do any of that. Please, this is for commentary, for reporting on the news. Do not contact anybody. I do not condone it. I do not welcome it. I do not ask for it. I actually actively am asking you, please do not. Please. I am begging you, please do not contact any of these people. This is to report on public events. I'm reacting to some other person's YouTube video. This is just for that. All right. Don't contact anybody.
Watch. It's public. Let's watch.
Yes. Although I am told, no, yeah, this video is now deleted. It's gone.
And we're making this video to say hi to everybody who used to watch our YouTube channel. We used to make dark comedy / surreal drama, whatever kind of weird kind of videos that were, I thought, really, really funny. But she doesn't really have as much of a sense of humor as me, so we were a lot driven by me, but I didn't find that out until way later this year.
Dahlia does actually seem to have a good sense of humor, to be honest.
They could have been really different than the way they turned out. But I thought they were no, I thought they were great. We can disagree on that. But anyways, we've been gone for a really long time because we've been sick, and we're not. But if anybody cares to know, apparently people like your small business, so want to know what exactly why we were gone.
Who is this woman talking to? And first of all, and who is this woman who is talking to us? Because it is certainly not. That's certainly not Dia. And they have this blur on the top of the screen. That's not Dia. First of all, we've heard Dia's voice before. Dahlia's voice sounds the same as whenever she was making YouTube videos. It sounds the same. She might sound a little older, a little bit raspier, a little bit less high pitched, like maybe a little bit, I don't know, what, like bassier. I don't know the word I'm looking for. The other one is not Dia. So I don't know what she's talking like. Obviously, she's trying to direct this message to me. It's obvious because the restraining order that was temporarily granted, but then ruled to be a slap lawsuit by a judge, the restraining order was in place. So it's almost like they were like testing out, like if people were going to believe that this is Dia. This is not Dia. I'm sorry. It's not. In my opinion, obviously, I don't know. I didn't do a DNA test. Maybe it's Dia, but if these girls are supposed to be identical twins, these people are not identical. On top of that, this person's voice sounds very different than Dia, but Dahlia's voice sounds just like Dahlia. So very interesting to me, whatever that is about. Let me see what's this little sass-tastic comment she said. Hold on. What are we at? 254. Let's go back to 238.
We disagree on that. But anyways, We've been gone for a really long time because we've been sick, and we're not really. If anybody cares to know,
it's like, here comes the handler. If anybody cares to know, who are you? Who are you? Certainly this ain't Dia, because I might have been born at night, but it certainly wasn't last night, baby. This is not identical twins. I'm just so sorry. I'm just so sorry. Please.
Like personal business. So if you want to know what exactly why we were gone for so long, we can.
Oh, since people like personal business so much, I'll tell you why we're interested in the personal business. It's because Dahlia Takali accused her mother, Linda Omar, of sex trafficking in December 2022, and nobody did jack shit about it. Still to this day. Now you have Dahlia passing off a stranger who looks nothing like her as her twin sister. That's why we're concerned. Any reasonable person would be. Please.
Just let us know in the comments if you care. Well, actually, I'm open to making a video, getting a little more detail if anybody wants to see that. But if anybody wants to see any more scripted content, I think that I'm open to posting another video.
Also, it could just be because it's glitching and it's going 17 degrees of separation through. But the words that are coming out of this person's mouth are not matching the lip movements. But again, that could just be glitch. Sometimes that happens on my videos too. I'm not sure who's talking here, but it's very, very clear and obvious. This person's face is very blurred out.
There still wants to watch our kids. Thank you, and just let us know, and we'll do whatever you guys say. To be honest, I'm open to whatever anybody wants to see. Just getting open. Hey everyone.
So yeah, people in the comments, glad you're okay. I would love to see it.
Making a video, getting a little more detail. I think we've been gone for a really long time because we've been sick, and we're not really. If anybody cares to know, apparently people like personal business. So if you want to know what exactly why we were gone for so long, we can just let us know in the comments if you care. Well, actually, I'm open to making it.
This is no longer up, and I've already asked y'all many times, please never comment anything to these people ever. But I'm certainly interested to know. I mean, like, that's part of the reason I'm so freaked out in general is because one of these girls, Dahlia, and her actual twin sister, wherever in the world she may be, Dia, Dima, Daya, whoever, whatever her actual name is, they were public figures. They were like actual actresses. They have IMDb pages. They were in real movies in Hollywood. They are like actual actresses. They were models. They were in commercials, like for companies and that were on TV. They're like working professional actresses and models. And they had YouTube. So they were directing YouTube videos and starring in those, and they were getting thousands of views, and they were highly produced. So they were going out of their way to be famous, to be actresses, to be models, whatever, YouTubers. And then they just disappeared. They just disappeared. Then the only thing you hear about them at all is from their sister, who just popped up on the scene, who isn't an actress or whatever, but like also we don't know what her degree is or anything like that. These girls, they just disappeared. They were like public figures, and then they just disappeared. And a big problem is that they have Lima out here talking about all their mental health, and they alter switching and don't know what to do, this, that, the other thing, up, down, around, and all of that. But it's weird because they went from being public figures in the public eye, red carpet events in LA with famous people, Snoop Dogg, Tony Hawk, to just gone. And it's all these horror stories. Then you have Lima saying both of them were pronounced dead 7 times each, minimum. One of them was 8 times pronounced dead. So it's not like I'm glad it hasn't caught on so far because it's nonsensical. But this like narrative that somehow I'm just trying to snoop around people's private business just because it's fun. I got other shit to do. We have people making allegations of trafficking against their own parents, and nothing's getting done. We have a woman who had a woman in a conservator or in a court order treatment. The woman died in her care, and then she didn't tell the truth about how she died. She didn't tell the truth about the drugs in the system. And we have these 2 girls that are apparently allegedly had died 7 times, pronounced dead 7 times each. when I'm 8 times. So it's like actually perfectly within what the public should be concerned with, in particular, whenever the person who is kind of seemingly spearheading this whole thing is filing slap suits to silence criticism instead of answering questions. I don't know. I mean, I really don't know. I would like a video. I mean, I think the public would appreciate a video, but it needs to be with Dahlia and Dia and not Dahlia and Handler, whoever this person is. I mean, I don't know.
Getting a little more detail if anybody wants to see that. But if anybody wants to see any more scripted content, I think that I'm open to posting.
And I can't help but notice Dahlia does not look particularly pleased at this situation. Hold on. I want to change my little banner for a second because I just want it to be very clear. Okay. Y'all see that banner? Thank you. Thank you. Do not contact anyone mentioned. Except if y'all want to peacefully regress your grievances. Peacefully redress your grievances with your government, the Tulsa, Oklahoma Police Department, but still please do that peacefully. Okay. Do we want to see scripted content? I don't really care. I don't care if they're doing scripted content or not. It would be nice to get some statements and some signs of everything's okay, particularly considering the allegations Dahlia just made a year ago against her own mother.
Video if anyone out there still wants to watch it. Thank you, and just let us know, and we'll
Then you got Dahlia blinking with just one eye.
whatever you guys say, to be honest, and we're gonna whatever anybody wants to see. Just getting hey everyone.
So yeah,
So yeah, it's right, Rabbit. Yes. I mean, oh my God. Dahlia's saying a lot with her eyes. Let's watch it through one more time.
well, in the comments, glad you're okay.
Hi everybody who used to watch our YouTube channel.
Shout out to the person that gave us a heads up that Dahlia has posted on her IG page. I thought we should watch. It's public. Let's watch.
Hey everyone, we're making this video to say hi to everybody who used to watch our YouTube channel. We used to make dark comedy / surreal drama, whatever kind of weird kind of videos that were, I thought, really, really funny, but she doesn't really have as much of the same sense of humor as me, so we were a lot driven by me, but I didn't find that out until way later that she thought that they could have been really different than the way that they turned out. But I was there just a little bit better, but no, I thought they were great.
Just a little bit better. Just a little bit better. That's not Dia. That ain't how she talks. That's not how Dia talks. That's not how Dia talks. Dia has a head voice. Dia, I'm Dia. I'm Dia. Dahlia, Dahlia and Dia, Dahlia and Dia, Dahlia and Dia. They have head voice. This girl has a throat voice. She's talking with her chest and her head. It's not the same person, in my opinion.
And I really disagree on that. But anyways, we've been gone for a really long time because we've been.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. And we're not really. If anybody cares to know, apparently people like personal business. So if you want to know why we were gone for so long, we can just let us.
And it's the same type of tactic that Lima did. If you want to know an explanation for why I didn't truthfully and accurately report on Amanda Rabb's cause of death and drugs in her system, subscribe to my YouTube channel because I'm going to be telling you really soon. It's been like a year and several months. Why didn't they just tell us here? If you want to know the real reason why, well, why I want to know. So why y'all didn't tell me on October 17th?
Comments here. Well, actually, I'm open to making a video, getting a little more detail if anybody wants to see that. But
I don't know why in the hell I would want somebody that's not one of the twins to make a video, but you're welcome to do that. I invite anybody to make a video about anything they want.
If anybody wants to see any more scripted content, I think that I'm open to posting another video if anyone out there still wants to watch or cares. Thank you, and just let us know, and well, yeah, we'll do whatever you guys say, to be honest. I'm open to whatever anybody wants to see. Just getting programmed. Hey, everyone.
So, yeah, people in the
I don't know what to make of it, and I don't know what to think of it. If you're asking me, I don't think that's Dia, but I don't know. I didn't perform a DNA test. I did not perform any test. Yeah, I mean, the body camera footage is gone. I have to figure out. Yeah, it just got deleted. Yeah. Yes, the video is on Rabbit's channel. Mustard had put it in the chat. I'll put it in the chat for y'all. Oh, will I? Yeah, here. That is Rabbit's live. It is over an hour long total. She talks about other stuff in it, but she reported, it seems, on this video, so I wanted to report on her reporting. Please do not send any hate to anyone mentioned in this video. Thank you very much. So yeah, it is 3:42. Our BJ Investigate is going to be starting in just a few minutes, but I can hang out for a little bit longer. Yeah, I'll put the link also in the BJ Investigates to the BJ Investigates video in the chat as well. But I don't know. I'm kind of like enjoying. I've been liking these live hangout, like informal live investigations and things. What do y'all think? Y'all still into it? Had enough? I don't know if I'll keep doing it or not. Okay. The red flags of P. Diddy.
Work with him, heavily to working with P. Diddy.
25 waiting. They should have been in this one. All right, let me put this here. And then I'll pin it. So this is going to be the P. Diddy one. So that's why we went over that other two P. Diddy lawsuits. Because like I said earlier, you might have missed it. Sorry, this is what happens when I try to do two things at once. Like I said earlier, you might have missed it. I recorded the P. Diddy video before the other two allegations had come out. So I wanted to kind of cover all of them. So I wanted to cover those. I'm going into this live chat on my phone right now because I need to pin the comment. Okay. Where is it? Oh, shoot. Where's me? Yes, here. Okay, so it's pinned now. And I need to, let me go put it on Instagram too. But yeah, I mean, what do y'all think about the whole Dahlia Diaz situation? And is that her? Am I being paranoid? Am I on glue? Tell me. Tell me in the live chat. I love the live streams too. Keep doing it. It makes my work day so much better. And that's what other people were saying. They were like, I have you on at work. Okay, let's see. Copy link. I'm going to make an Instagram post right now telling people that it's coming out in 15 minutes. So y'all are doing that with me. It's Vlogmas. We're getting a Vlogmas vlog in. Okay, let's see. They made 2 videos? What was the other one they made? Let me see. That's not paranoia, she said. That does not appear to be her. No. Seemed staged. Either Britney Spears or you. Weird for sure. I listened to you in the car, Douglas said. I linked it. Thank you, Piper. Okay. All new BJ Investigates. Always got to make sure I spell it right. Today at 4 p.m. Eastern. Exclamation point. Oh no, I said rest. Okay. Oh, I guess the actual Bam Margera account also posted the Mark Wahlberg video. That's cool. Because, you know, they don't always be posting everything Bam wants to post or whatever. That's why he has this informal account. But that's cool. They posted it. Johnny Schillereff I guess Johnny Schiller F likes Mark Wahlberg more than me. He don't be reposting stuff about me. Okay. Let's see. Put a link. And it's going to be a premiere over there. Grab a snack. Come on back. Okay. What time is it right now? 3:46. Premiering in 15 minutes. Exclamation point. Do y'all feel like you're behind the scenes? Before it's posted, you get to see it. Okay, and I guess I'll share the video too. Add to story. Did y'all see my song, Dear Jimmy Lee? We should listen to that now. Oh no, I'll get copyright claimed. It's so annoying. I didn't know that covers get copyright claimed, but they do. My Dear Jimmy Lee video. Go to Goriana Music after this and see it. Premiering in 15 minutes. Oh, I guess I should say no, I'll just leave it at 15 minutes, exclamation point. Sometimes I'll just be kind of guesstimating. Oh, shit. I hate when that happens. When you click on it and then all the layers get all messed up. Instagram needs to work on that. And I'll just say 10 minutes. I'm just, whatever. By the time it gets posted, exclamation. Oh, not minured. Minutes. Okay. Okay, so that's done. What else do I need to do before that video? Yeah, I need to post it on Twitter. I think that's it. What's the name of that video? What did I name it? P. Diddy? The red flags of P. Diddy? What did I call it? The red flags of P. Diddy. I don't know why that's the name I called it. Some things I have down to a real science. I will only do it a certain way. Like my thumbnails. If you missed that the other day, I did do a video upload where I show y'all how I'm doing thumbnails. I have that down to a science. A little bit. Even there, I'm kind of go by my feelings. But titles, I have no idea. I just throw whatever out there. Okay. The red flags of P. Diddy. BJ investigates. Premiering in 12 minutes. Exclamation point. Diddy. Link. Okay. All right. I think I'm done with that. What else? What else are we doing? Y'all are actually concerned. Yes, exactly. Yeah, nothing. It's never anything. I think. Don't worry about me, baby. I am divinely protected. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. No, it will not. No, it has not. No, it will not. Not one. Nope. You are at the start of your empire. Oh, girl, please no. No empire, because then I would need a court and I don't trust nobody. Actually, I do. There's a few people, but not enough to run an empire, I don't think. Are you going to add memberships to BJ Investigates? I guess. I'm kind of at a little bit of a creative sticking point with BJ Investigates memberships because I don't know what emojis I would do. You know, sometimes you're creatively backed up or whatever. I can't. Oh, happening soon. Oh, okay. Wait, hold on. Britney the Stan just tweeted something. Happening soon. Britney Spears has a major pre-trial hearing where a judge will decide whether Britney has to pay her court-appointed attorney who didn't help her during the conservatorship. Britney nerds, let's be loud today. So I guess that's today. Britney has a hearing on whether or not they have to pay Sam Ingham. We have, another tweet of Lynn Spears at the dollar store. Oh, my. My Twitter feed is nothing but Britney. It's just Britney, Britney, Britney. Another fee petition supplement. There is an account called Britney Spears Court Documents. I'm just on my Twitter. So the Sam Ingham fee petition hearing is today, which I do not know. I think you would make more money through a direct link to a bank deposit, like Cash App. I hate that these other things. Yeah, I mean, well, that's the thing. Some people just want to support in like different ways, but if you would prefer to support through Cash App or PayPal, I do have those in my description box as well. Yeah, exactly. BP Learned Hand. That is the funniest name. For those of y'all that don't know, I want y'all to be in on the inside joke. Learned Hand was like an extremely influential presidential Supreme Court justice. Or was he in the one of the like the Ninth Circuit? No, I think now I don't know. Hold on. I'm not even inside on the joke. Learned Hand. Let me refresh my memory. Yeah, he was a circuit. Okay. He was a federal judge. Okay. So his name was Learned Hand, which is just some people are just born for the right, with the name of the thing they're going to do. But it's like a meme. Like everybody's heard this guy's name. What are his big decisions? Billings. Billings is his first. No. Billings Learned Hand. Lawyer, judicial philosopher, federal trial judge in SDNY. The profession suited his detached and open-minded temperament. Well, that's no longer. See, this is what they tell you in law school, stuff like this. The profession of law is suited to people who are detached and open-minded. No, false. Maybe it used to be. He was in the Progressive Party. He possessed a gift for the English language. And his writings are admired as legal literature. Yeah, so it's like every law student kind of knows about Learned Hand. He has some big decisions. Let's see, what's the big decisions? Personal details. Does it say? He went to Harvard. Marriage. Federal judge. Because I think it was like his dissents. He supported Theodore Roosevelt's descent into politics. Done some war stuff. I mean, this is a lot. My word. Learned Hand. Jesus. Well, I'm sure there's probably whole entire law school classes taught about Learned Hand. Yeah, it's a big one. This is where Donald Trump was facing or is facing charges as well. Oh man. Yeah. Yeah. I hope BJ's able to play. Where's the other twin video? Did Rabbit do one on that? Just post the link. I'm gonna have to do another one. I have to do another one because we only got 6 minutes left and I need to go. Oh, you texted it to me? Let me see. I'll give y'all a prelim. I'll do a preliminary, a raw reaction. We can do like a video reaction to it. Amber said, okay. I know y'all been putting it off. So tonight is your deadline. I'm giving you the deadline. Just get it off your plate. Sign up for your dang open enrollment. Just do it. You know who you are. No, not in the morning. Do it today. All right.
We're twins. We were born on the same day. We both have teeth in the front and in the back.
That ain't Dia.
Yeah, it's Darwin, Dia.
However, y'all heard that voice? I don't know how well you can hear it or not. Hey everyone, it's Dahlia and Dia. That is a nasal voice. That's what she should have been doing the whole time instead of, I know some of you guys like to know our personal business. Wrong resonator. I'm going to feel real bad if this is Dia, but I really don't think it is. Shout out for the record, Your Honor, whose YouTube short I'm watching right now. I'll react to this later.
On the same day. We both have teeth in the front and in the back. Right? It's Darwin, Dia. We're twins. We were born on the same day. We both have teeth in the front and in the back. Yeah. It's Darwin.
What was that I just watched? I mean, and also just like the look on Dia's face, like she don't look like she's really too into. It's more questions than answers. It's public records. It's me just it's me reacting to stuff other people have posted. So it's too much. They need help. I mean, I don't know. Is it medication? I don't know. I don't think it is, because want to know why I don't think it is because Linda Omar said it in that body camera, public record that I received from a public records request. Linda Omar, the caretaker of Dahlia, said she doesn't give or hasn't given Dahlia her medications. And the reason is because Linda does not like how they affect Dahlia. So I don't know. Could it be medications? Could it not? Could it be Dia? Could it not? Could it be Dahlia? Could it not? I think it's Dahlia. Looks like her. Could be Dia. She could have got a nose job. She could have just, people age different. What's the deal with the teeth while we're at it? Jimmy Lee. One effed up dentist. Where did I watch that? It is on Noted Your Honor's YouTube channel as a short. I'll do I'll do a playing of it. I'll download it and do a playing of it with y'all in the next time I do a live. Listen, y'all, stuff gets deleted. The room Dahlia's in has a striped background like the Aura Cosmetics place. Especially with their mom as a software engineer. No excuse for missing teeth, someone said. None of your business said. They are allegedly identical. That's what Lima says. That my identical twin sisters. So those two girls right there did not look identical to me. Please no. Please, I already can't afford my dang attorney fees. So if y'all wouldn't mind helping me pay those, donate in the description box below. Wasn't one of the twins' tooth missing on body cam? I mean, yeah, but people could get another tooth. That's very common. You get a veneer. I'm actually on similar meds for a chronic illness. It doesn't make you act like that. Meds and withdrawal do a lot of things, but this isn't it, Andy said. This is a screen recording, guys. They deleted it. We got it recorded, Monica said. I don't have it recorded. I did not record it. They are identical. We all seen that. Well, yeah, I mean, they did used to look alike. But is it available to view somewhere? It is. Noted Your Honor posted it on her YouTube channel as a short. So you got it. What is it called? For the Record, Your Honor. Sorry. For the Record, Your Honor. Posted it. Crying is a very sensitive subject. Terrible pain in my mouth. I still say awful. What do I search? I think Noted For the Record, Your Honor. Like For the Record, Your Honor. Dahlia Dia are back. Or something like that. So sensitive today. Something about a solar flare. I don't really know. I accidentally stumbled across it last night. The two videos. Are they deliberately doing this? So BJ would make videos of them. Have somebody play Dia who don't look like Dia. It's possible, but they did put it out back in October. Well, I do have to run to the BJ Investigates premiere. It is linked as the pinned comment, and I will also link it in the description box down below for those of you who are watching it right on time. Later. That's all I have for today. In the meantime, facts ain't defamation. Love you, okay, bye.